Hello and welcome to another episode of Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park, here on Dork Tales. I'm Kelly and I'm the storyteller tonight, but I am joined by some fantastic players remotely, which are joining us in voice alone, and let's just make sure that we can hear them. Let's start off by talking to our Rahu. Can you hear me, Claire?
Hello, yes. My name's Caitlin. I'm playing Claire Iwatani. Sorry, I was just looking something up. The Rahu Iron Master.
Cool.
How are we doing?
We're doing pretty well. You're sounding good.
Good.
Kate, how are you going?
Pretty good. Hi, I am Kate. I'm the Ailadoth, played by Amy.
All right. How about Brighton?
Hey, I'm Brighton Lee. I'm the Pax Kahalath Stormlord, and I'm played by Jen.
Yay, Jen.
Yay.
And finally, last but not least, Megan.
I'm going to do this like Caitlin so she doesn't feel left out. So I'm Christine.
Okay.
And I'm playing Megan Butler, the uratha Iron Master.
Sounds good. So, welcome to another episode of Werewolf the Forsaken. We're just finishing up a little bit of pre-game to make sure that the players know they finally have enough XP that they want to spend a little bit of it, and they wanted to do it on camera. So, I also wanted to let everyone know that this session follows our previous hunt, where you have made a deal for information with a Magath, a spirit hybrid, in return for picking off one of its two predator spirits. It is willing to provide you information and work for you as a spy, basically, in your neighborhood. And this is the Queen of Murder, the spirit of electricity and electrified crows. Oh ho ho, power up time. Hello, caffeine system. So, on top of that, I just wanted to say that I'm proud of these players because I went to them before game and said, hey guys, I know you're new to Werewolf. I know you're new to the system and to combat in this engine. So what I've done is I've found the stats. I've built Sleeping Thunder. I'm going to check my notes real quick. Sleeping Thunder, I believe it was.
Yep.
And I've made two versions of it. I've made the basic version and I've made the normal version.
Yep. He made the basic bitch version and then he made the real one.
And then I asked, which one do you want?
Screw basic bitch.
Yeah, so they're going after something that is much more dangerous, which I'm going to definitely remember when it comes time to give you your beats at the end of the night.
If we're still alive for that.
Yeah, if we're still alive to
that's...
enjoy them. Which, on that point, I have 5 XP. Can I buy my second dot of primal urge with that?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Okay, so something else that I really want to remind you guys. So as you're looking at gifts, all gifts have to be learned through a teacher, another spirit. The only gifts that I would potentially be okay flexing that a little bit on are wolf gifts. But even then, I feel like you probably have to talk to a wolf spirit. It just would be a much easier conversation.
Okay.
However...
I was going to say, we were wondering, because we had been talking about the next storm being in a couple of days, whether there was going to be time between last session and the next storm to both possibly get new gifts and then also not fight the
Take that spirit
during a storm.
So I believe the next storm was set for 2 days away. It was coming in on the... Last game was on were we still on Sunday? We were still on
23rd.
Sunday. So it was coming, the storm was on a Wednesday. So you had 2 days before the storm, which meant you had you probably want to catch it before the storm when its powers are at full.
Yeah.
So you got about a day.
Okay. Amy?
Yeah?
Do you have the gift of pack Down the Prey?
I do not know.
Cool. I would like to get Down the Prey.
And that is a gift of pack?
Gift of pack, it's a wolf gift.
Nice. Sounds...
And then I have a quick question. Once.
Please ask.
Okay. So one of my moon gifts, Eviscerate. You may activate this facet as part of a brawl or weaponry attack against an unaware or surprised opponent. Now, is that unaware and surprised only to me? Or in general? Because I could easily go stealthy stealth, disappear again, and then attack again.
So...
But I
don't believe that's the way that it works.
Not.
I believe that it functions as per surprise in the core.
Okay, so I would have
I think it's
to
the condition
before it became aware of any of us.
You have to be first
that.
blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say as part of tactics, we should try and stealth in that way so that I can go in and do this, and then you guys hit from the front.
Yeah. For everyone else, if Kelly lets me get down the prey, I may use the facet when I hit an enemy who has been injured by a packmate since my last turn. And then I may pick one of the following effects to apply: a -2 penalty to the next dice pool that the prey rolls, a +2 bonus to my defense against the prey for 1 turn, or the knockdown tilt, which probably won't apply here because electricity.
It does have a tangible form, so it might apply.
But that only applies as long as the prey's defense against the attack was 0, and what you were telling us about spirits and defense.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous.
So, but the -2 or the +2 are good.
It's quite good. So,
Also, wouldn't, like, if it doesn't have a physical form, how can we really attack it?
it has a physical form. It doesn't have necessarily like a body that can be knocked down.
But wouldn't it just then be like knocked a little...
Knocked apart almost?
I think that it's a case-by-case basis for what we're dealing with. I'm
Spirits are
willing to
weird.
play with it. I'm saying advance that if it doesn't have limbs, you can't do a limb rack.
Yeah.
But for knockdown...
Obviously, you can't grab the hand and pin it.
If it relies on anything touching the ground, knockdown obviously should apply. Unless, for example, it's a ball of hands or feet where everything touching the ground, it's like one of those suction cup balls.
Oh,
like
God,
if you knock that down, it's fine. Like if you guys go fight a COVID-19 spirit, you've seen that thing. It looks like one of those suction cup balls.
I've been reading too much of the Tumblr envisioning the old angels, Old Testament angels.
Those are great. I love those.
And that's just making me think of that. And
the giant,
horrendous.
the wheels inside of wheels made of diamond rings. You can't knock that guy down. Or actually, maybe you can. I've seen it in Persona.
You can knock him around.
It's true. So I'm gonna give you.
You can make me knock him into a wall and daze him.
True. I got to tell you guys 2 quick things though before we start game, and that is number 1. If you're looking at spending experience points to buy gifts, it may be better to save and buy renown, because when you get renown, unless the system has changed dramatically, you get a free gift.
Okay.
Oh.
So you get
And
extra.
renown, though, you have to do something to earn it,
And
right?
so that would be like taking down a major spirit.
Yeah. How much is renown?
Renown is a slightly different cost. I think it's 5 times. Might be.
Renown is 3 experience.
That's not
3?
bad.
3
Do you still?
experience
Cool.
cost 3.
Do you still get?
Renown.
Well, hold on. So additional facet.
Because it won't be times because of second ed experience systems.
Oh, that's weird. Do you not get a gift with it then? Because it's the same
I don't
price.
think so.
Yeah, you probably don't.
Okay, that was one of the big bonuses in first ed, right? Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like second edition, but I find navigating the book sometimes a bit. Yep.
Rough?
Yeah. It is what it is. It's fine. So
Thank God for PDFs with search functions.
and they did a really good PDF for this, so that's good.
Were we using pack beats and pack experience?
Not. We had talked about it, but
Okay. Because I thought that was how we got like tactics and things like that.
true enough. I think we had planned to, and then it fell by the wayside. Where
Is it
like,
We just kind of
does.
forgot about it.
the entire
It
table
did.
forgot about it. So
Yeah.
I think season 2 is going to be very pack beat focused.
Okay. Just because like I know that in terms of actual tactics, that had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't think you wouldn't have had enough experience to buy any already anyway.
Okay.
Because they're basically merits. So you might have been able to purchase like 1 level.
Yeah.
So real quick, I just want to make sure that you know 2 more things. First of all, Christine, since your moon is going to be up tonight, and can someone do me a quick favor and look up the moon phase on Tuesday, February 25th?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Cool. So if your moon phase is in the sky, you get facet modifiers. So you get a +2 to all gift activation rolls. But you also get you will get a penalty to those if you're, say, in contact with silver or something like that. And then the last thing that I want to bring up that is specifically mechanical before we begin is that on Primal Urge, who is Primal Urge 2 or above?
Me.
Cool.
Kate does.
Me, I think.
Cool.
Nope, never mind. Not me.
So just a reminder, your essence per turn is 2.
Yeah.
Your pool is 11, so you have 11 points total available. Your regeneration per round is still 1 bashing, unless you're in Garu form. Your time in Basuim, the soft rage, is 10 minutes, and it goes up to 15 at level 3. You have to hunt at least once every 3 months. That's everybody. However, one minor restriction is that all of you, with Primal Urge 2, cannot subsist on a vegetarian diet.
Okay, so the 23rd of February was the new moon.
Okay.
And then the 24th was 1%, then 4%, then 9%, then 15, and then it goes into starting to get into crescent.
So what's the first day of the crescent?
I
think just count it like the day before it's officially like 100% crescent.
I was gonna say
because they don't actually have an official crescent moon labeled. They have first quarter full moon, last quarter new moon. So on the 26th, it's at 9% of a crescent. 27th is 15%. 28th is 22%. 29th is 31%, and it's a very visible crescent at that point.
Does it ever go up to 100% of a crescent?
I don't. No, it goes to 97.
Okay.
Full moon. Full moon is 100%, and then it starts going down 97, 91, 83.
Okay, so like
62.
75 would be gibbous and 25 would be crescent. So you'd want the days around that.
I found a visual representation of this. Oh, cool. Someone just did it.
So if Wednesday is the day we want to get this done before Wednesday. So I would say the 24th and 25th, the Monday and Tuesday, would still be new moon.
So
because it's only 4%, so it's not really even visible.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say as well, because I've got this photo that I'm looking at right now, which I will link it in the group real quick. Oop, that was a noise.
Most kind of mythology I tend to hear about regarding werewolves and times is there's a 3-day around the full moon cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go day before, day of, day after, in general, with crescent moon, it would be whatever's right before 25%, right around 25%, and whatever's right after 25%, give or take.
Yeah, I think that every month
gibbous would be the same, but around 75%.
Each one of you should get about 6 to 7 days per month.
Yeah, because looking at like my one, so new moon.
No, divide by 5. What am I doing?
2 days before, it's only
days
at 3% of a crescent. And then it goes to 1%, new moon, 1%, 4% into crescent.
So take a look at the photo I just shared. I think that crescent would be probably on the 26th, about midway through the night.
Okay, where did you share that?
In
the chat.
In Twitch.
Oh, there, okay.
It's just a really simple photo.
You just have to say which chat.
We have
got like 4.
That's true.
We have a few chats.
Yeah, so I'd say day before, day after for sure. And you could probably argue for the second day after the new as well.
So what would that be?
Possibly. Well,
yeah.
Let's see here.
Well, and it can also change midway through the night too, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just got to kind of round up. I want to make sure you all get a fair shake.
Yeah.
Day before, day after for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is dividing something that generally functions on quarters into fifths, which isn't really, that's not great math.
Yeah.
All right. So
is one of us crescent moon?
Yeah, Val.
Well, that doesn't count really.
That's less
She's
helpful
dead and
to
not
us.
here.
No, unfortunately, you have that gap every time there's a game where it goes to your moon for quite an amount of time. So you and Claire Megan, have very large swaths of moon, but you only get
so much moon.
You only get the one pass per month, right? Whereas, like both Brighton and Kate get 2 passes that are shorter.
Okay. Because I mean, in that point, I would argue if nobody else is present that, well, the Tuesday could be new moon still.
I'm willing to round up and tell you guys, unless you guys find a 5th player, I think I'll round
if I'm
up.
not taking away from somebody else, then I would argue for that.
Yeah, and I was going to say if, because new moon and full moon only get 1 pass, if they get 2 days before, 2 days after, as well as day of, that's 5 days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the rest of us get 2 to 3 days per pass, we get about 4 to 6 days in a month, give or take. Right? That kind of balances out a little.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So guys, I actually just
5 days a month, don't howl.
5 days a month, don't howl.
Oh yeah, I guess I shouldn't howl.
Yeah.
So one thing real quick that I just noticed in the rules. Wolf gifts require no spiritual intervention from moon or shadow. They represent natural paths of spiritual development that uratha commonly undergo, inflicting changes born of their hybrid inheritance. You can unlock a facet from their wolf gift from a wolf gift at any time, provided you possess at least 1 dot of the relevant renown.
Fantastic. Then I'm taking down the prey.
Cool. Boom. I'm going to cross that out on my to-do for the night.
Woohoo.
Yay. Oh, this game's running so smoothly already and hasn't even started.
Yay. I'm gonna throw a wrench in your plan.
No.
Because I forgot until just now, but I did say in the chat almost immediately after last game that I was looking for that prophetic dream.
Okay.
Regarding the strange smell and who was in our territory. The one I didn't tell anyone about. From the apartment, from Phil's apartment.
Okay. And let me just double check real quick how much I can give you at this specifically, because it's our first time doing this.
Sure.
Also, thanks to everybody who's watching in the chat right now. It's really great to be able to kind of muddle through this, since this is our first season, and there are a lot of different rules than there were in First Ed. Season 2 is going to be so slick.
Thankfully, I don't remember enough of first edition.
Oh, sweet summer child. It's, Jen and I are just like, derp.
Yeah, pretty much. I've also written a note that that was the development company. Never mind. I was like, Ivory Dev? What's this?
Development.
Yeah.
I've got that written down too.
Yeah, but I'm like, why did I write? Because it's under my note that I'm down 4 willpower, and I should hopefully gain some back from sleep, maybe?
Yep.
Yay. I have a lot of willpower, so that's not the worst thing. That's not even, that's about half of my will. Not even half my will. I have 9 willpower.
So, prophetic dream.
Yep.
So I can grant you aside and describe a dream, making it obvious or as cryptic as I wish.
Yep.
At your discretion, you can roll. So it doesn't seem like you can ask me questions so much as I can basically plot guide you.
Yeah, I thought there was there's
a cool mechanic to it where if I tell you about something, you gain a +3 modifier on 1 action, or can impose a -3 on a storyteller character. Or I can just make something succeed or fail if it just seems better.
It's true.
That's cool.
I think. What did I? Here we go. Sorry, I do have this written down, so I'm just double checking.
No worries. I mean, I have so much typed out about my character. I'm constantly flipping through pages trying to find what was that thing I remember.
Same. I think it was mostly I was just hoping to, Brighton's hoping to guide it, whether or not it actually works.
Okay, I'll give you something fun.
Sure. Yeah. Because I think there is a gift that allows me to also do that, but I don't have the gift.
Okay. So also you get to declare if something you saw in your dream is relevant.
Yeah.
So you're the one who gets that choice. Not necessarily me, which is kind of good. And then Kate, your Elidoth aspect benefit has renewed, so you can knock someone out of Death Rage.
Cool. Awesome.
So, don't forget that you have closer than you think, Megan. So that means that you can move your initiative rating into 1 point of the targets above or below, and can move, or can move close enough to use teeth or claws against anyone who's not attacking you, or can subtract 2 from any number of doors in social maneuvering. And then, of course, Claire, once per chapter, you can ignore the effects of any condition or tilt that are hindering you in combat for 2 turns.
Nice.
So it doesn't count as resolving the tilt, but for example, if I ripped your arm off, you could fight as if you were not inconvenienced.
2 rounds.
For 2 rounds. So say, for example, you were using like a giant 2-handed axe, you could just give her one-handed for 2 rounds.
Oh my god.
That's insane, and I love it.
Because you're just too angry to die. You're the Doom Girl.
Yep.
I could make... Oh, you made it a cross-splat game? Oh, man. What cross-splats are their caffeine system? I'm curious.
We've played many multi-splats, and they're just...
Jen and I were, in fact, 2 werewolves in a multi-splat game. And my body count was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That
was the game where we scared... Well, you scared the normal people.
Yeah, it was
too.
a LARP. Oh, man. Promethean, Vampire, Werewolf, and Geist. Bad. That's pretty... I'm like, Promethean, okay. Vampire, okay. Werewolf, okay. Geist.
Oof.
Really, I would have found the Geist too hard to balance, but Mage... I find that Mage the Awakening's engine is really, really cookie cutter. Like, I like the game, and I like what they did with 2nd edition a lot, but it's really cookie cutter. Like, all of the Arcana just do the same thing with a different flavor.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I don't know. It's not, I'm an Ascension guy.
Yeah, we've played way too much Ascension and enjoy the meta plot too much.
It's true. And what I love is that you guys don't actually know what portion of that is meta plot and what part of that is just like
true
me.
you created meta plot that now exists, at least in my mind.
Well, it's because I steal characters and I rework them from the meta plot, and I'm like, let's say John Courage is just a name, like the Dread Pirates Roberts. That's a little more interesting. Even though he's in like the Technocracy Reloaded plot drop that Travis Legg just put up.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Ligue? Travis put up. I'll use Travis. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
I kind of feel like it might be worth it for me to have my hunter's aspect up, which is blissful. The prey has no idea that anyone is coming for him.
Cool. So you have to use that when you're on, like, basically when you see him.
Okay.
So, because it is a contested roll.
But can't she do it if we put ourselves on the Sacred Hunt? Because then we have to choose a target. And she'd know that was her target, so she could be like Hunter's aspect on the target.
That is a good question. I'm glad we're asking all these questions before we actually...
Mine is very much that they don't have any... They get the unaware condition.
Yeah, so if we got close, like, it could completely negate
we know we're hunting them, but they have no idea we're hunting it.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
I'm just going to look this rule up real quick. Running for wolves, fangs at your throat. Where is it? Resonance, gauntlet. I don't care about this stuff. Urban shadow. Okay.
No, I would say it would probably be my dex and stealth would be mine. I would think. That's what would allow it to be unaware.
Yep, I'm just checking the distance on these guys.
Oh, so many laptops.
Too many laptops, not enough laps.
Basically, I have 2 so that my main one with Zoom and voice chat doesn't, stall and lag on me. But I need all of my other stuff.
Essence.
So, do we think how likely is it that our totem would come hunting on this for us?
Very.
And it makes more sense for us to actually go with the
The
totemic.
totem needs to stay near one of you or your packmates at all times as part of his personal band.
Yeah.
I've decided to drop the its and use his if I haven't already, because it's just easier thinking of him as my dog.
Well, yeah, because we just treat it like Charlie.
Yeah, we just treat it like Charlie, and that's way easier for me.
Like,
yeah.
Charlie, that's Charlie's character.
Yeah.
Also, those of you in chat might be able to see where the dog slashed me in the face earlier today.
Aww.
It's okay. It's what we do. I actually have lost pairs of glasses because he's got really sharp claws, and he's almost taken my eyes out before when we're playing. He's a lovely boy. Needy little shit.
I've almost lost glasses simply from my own punching myself in my face because my glasses are super, super light and just fly off my face at the slightest provocation. I was out for a walk today.
Not punching yourself in the face?
Well, I was out for a walk today and went to scratch my face and just like flailed a little, and my glasses went flying off to the side of the road. And I was like, fuck.
Hey, no scratching your face when you're outside the house.
I guess, right?
No, don't touch your
In
face.
Charlie's defense, also, Kelly pulls him over onto his back and pulls him around, and he flails because he doesn't like it.
That's fair.
He shouldn't have a cute tummy if he doesn't want to get doesn't want to get petted.
Oh.
Don't round that up into a realm it's not supposed to be. He's a pet. He has one job. Is being cute when protecting the house. And he's really good for depression. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yikes.
He just comes in and licks
it's
you
not that
until you
bad.
submit.
It's not that bad. The one on my nose actually would have been much worse. Okay, so if the character's chasing down our opponent through the city streets, the hunter's aspect could be intimidated. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so uratha know each other at a glance. Apex predators smell their own, blah, blah, blah.
Because I think aspects are actually when you're on the Siskerda, because that's mine specifies.
Yeah, because it's funny, it's just reading it, like, it's really designed towards stuff like the Kahalath or whatnot aspects, the ones that are a bit more like dominant and aggressive. But it's just funny because mine's meant to make them like completely unaware that anybody's coming for them. It's like, well, if they've already seen you, how does that work?
Okay, if a character is chasing down her opponent through the city streets... It doesn't really say, right? So if you read page 98, it does talk about how the character rolls and then there is a defensive roll. Right? Mm-hmm. Is there a defensive roll? No, there's not.
Yeah, it's composure plus primal urge.
Okay. The power attribute depends on the context of the interaction. Invoking the aspect while in physical pursuit, use strength. If a stare in his presence, so you have to use a power attribute. So it would have to be either intelligence, strength, or presence. Which presence plus stealth is.
They're all the same stat for me, so
there you go.
They're all 2s.
Okay.
So not a big deal. My thought is that with at least my one, they could roll that even if they haven't seen me yet, if I'm not that close, I would think, to kind of get a sense that something's coming for them.
I think basically what it would be is the moment you are in the same scene as them, you can activate it.
Okay.
So more or less like you show up at the front door and turn it on type of thing. Like they have to be, at least for the initial contact, because what it is, it's a flaring of aura. Yeah. So you need to be at least within range for the aura to function in a way that they can contest. Unless, does anybody have a power that seems specifically built to work at range? Besides, like, stealthing up to someone is definitely, like... I can see that working the moment that you recognize that they are in the next house over.
I mean, I have things that do work at some range, like, well, I don't have it yet, but there's...
We're talking about your hunter's aspect specifically.
Specifically.
So my hunter's aspect specifically says it refers to the Siskerda. The Kahalath in the midst of Siskerda is an iconic monster, the embodiment of inevitability. Death is coming for her prey, and the prey, in a small, sad place in his heart, knows and accepts this.
And it gets the resign condition.
Okay, you know what? If you can use this power when you're not in Siskerda, according to page 98, it looks like. But if you are using it in... I mean, sure. So long as if it is the target of the Siskerda specifically, I don't see what the downside of allowing that to happen is. How's that sound?
Okay.
Fair.
Also, how is my volume compared to your volume?
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
you sound fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because mine in particular, the way they word it really sounds like they should be completely unaware that anything's coming for them at all. So it's funny, the way they've done it and yet the way they've built it don't mesh great.
It's an interesting game.
Because it's like the prey has no idea anyone is coming for him. He greets the cool night air with a smile, perhaps indulges in chemical or carnal pleasures, and never glances at the shadowy form inching its way closer to his exposed throat. So it's like, I guess, kind of in the same scene, but I don't know.
Yeah, it is in the same. It's either scene or day.
You're essentially, even if they spotted you, you're forcing them to be unaware.
If we go on a Siskerda, remember we can't stop without ending the Siskerda.
Yeah.
So it would be same day at the very minimum.
The condition.
Oh yeah.
The condition will last. Pardon me. The hunter's aspect lasts longer if you get an exceptional success.
Right.
It lasts an extra day, I think. But that's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's fine. All right. So with that, how do you guys feel about starting?
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
That's good.
All questions answered?
Do I need to remind people what my my pack dynamics does?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I'll write that
Oh,
down.
yeah.
So I won't remember that.
People were
Yeah.
asking about that earlier.
Yeah, let me
One
get
sec, I
a
just need to
place
get
where I
some
can write
clear
this down.
sheet.
Yeah. Must write this down.
I realize I don't have enough dice for this guy. I gotta hold on.
Oh shit.
That's the scary.
Calling in the
phrase.
backup troops.
Oh no.
And this is actually something, Kelly, you should be aware of as well, that Kate, before she goes off on this, will have to have an idea of where everyone in the pack is, because I get penalties to all rolls when a member of the pack a member of the pack is missing.
Okay.
So just something to keep in mind.
Greater pack
but
or localized pack?
It doesn't specify.
Probably greater pack then.
Whenever I participate in a teamwork action, I get +3 dice to my roll. This bonus is also added to rolls using rolls using my resistance attributes when defending the pack. So keep in mind that when I'm helping you guys, I roll better.
Yeah. So this means that you would do things like set up
So
an
you're
attack.
the queen of teamwork rolls.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, she's the queen of the fastball special.
But yeah, so if I do not know where a member of the pack is, I become restless and worried. Bonus acts as a penalty to all rolls when a member of the pack is missing. So if I don't know where everyone is, I get a -3
Yes,
to my roll.
Ouch.
Yes, Weremom.
This is why I've been setting up the whole checking in with everybody relentlessly.
I've been liking it. I've been liking it a lot. All right. Are you all ready to go?
I think
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
one thing, I've got the microphone volume turned down a tiny bit because last night on Hexador, I was hitting a couple of top notes. So if you in the chat find that my voice is too quiet, or if I'm not about the same level as the pack, please let me know and I can adjust accordingly and make sure that I'm not, because I can only hear our side of the Zoom conversation. Okay, sound good, everybody?
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds
Anybody
good.
else spending experiences to buy wolf facets?
No, I just bought Primal Urge.
Sounds-
Kate
Out
is
of
not
XP.
Kate is not spending any experiences on wolf facets or gifts. She is spending 2 experiences to buy her first point in stealth.
Yay!
Actually-
Wait, do you have a point of brawl?
Yes, I got it last time.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
But this means I
Actually,
get
I
beat because
did
I'm working
review-
towards my long-term aspiration.
You're learning.
I did review the wolf gifts, and I remembered why I don't have any. Because the cunning and the wisdom ones suck.
Oh.
Yes.
For your style, anyway.
They're not very useful for me. I don't really want to wear somebody else's skin.
Most of them aren't
It's
useful for me either,
fine.
but down the price seemed useful, at least in this upcoming situation.
So
Valid.
I would remind that as far as that's concerned, Kate, you might want to take Beast Talker because I know you like talking to animals.
I do, just in general.
And Cow the Prey is pretty dope.
Can we get more dogs and add them to the pack?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my
I like it.
gosh.
Father's Form. So that is one thing that Claire may want to continue or consider getting. Basically, you can shift a Garu outside of combat and not go into Death Rage.
Yeah, I was looking at that one actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you hit too hard, you enter Frenzy. Well, you enter Death Rage. But yeah, basically you can become a werewolf whenever you want for one experience. It's kind of ridiculous. There's even a sidebar about it.
I am 2 skill dots away from having no untrained penalties.
Woo.
Oh my god.
God, Master of None.
Yeah, next thing I'm planning to up is my athletics so I have better defense.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to get athletics 3 today.
All right.
Buy it.
Sure. Do you have the experiences right now?
Yeah.
Get it.
Nice. Got it.
Don't forget that raises your defense.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always frustrated me that's the lower of wits or dex. I'm like, I have fantastic dex, yet I can't dodge for shit.
Yeah, it's because you didn't see it
What?
coming.
It's because your brain didn't get it to your muscles in time.
You can move fast, you just didn't see it coming.
There are some ways to beef your defense up. We can talk about later, like brawling dodge and things like that.
Well,
So
I definitely learned, as I think it was either Sarah or Athena, I just had both at max.
that seems like
Yeah.
a good option.
All my points went into wits and dex.
Well, you could just give yourself a lobotomy because if you're a mindless animal, you take the higher of.
Oh my god.
Like dogs take the
Well-
higher of wits or dex, for example.
Well, that definitely would not have been Athena, as she was doing like PhD stuff.
I've met a lot of dumb PhD students.
Honey,
Sometimes you
I
just
know.
have
I
your
work
one
for a
I know,
university.
field.
I know.
You
I
encountered
I
them
met a
already.
lot of dumb PhDs.
it's true. I will probably be one someday. We'll see.
Having high int does not mean high wisdom.
Yep. Caffeine
No.
System's 100% right. There is a merit that you can take to use Brawl instead of Athletics for defense. There's also one where
I
you
don't
can...
care about that. It's the wits and dex thing that bugs me.
Yeah.
It's
Because
pretty...
I have great dex,
Mm.
but I don't get
There's
to
a
use it for it.
secondary bonus on the Brawling one, though, that allows you to move and do full defense at the same round,
Pretty
Mhm.
bad. Pretty
which
awesome.
normally you
Yeah.
have to do one or the other. It's actually pretty great.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
Feel like I had one more question. I can. Oh yes, I remember what it was. So, essence and willpower. We refreshed willpower completely.
You refresh your willpower
Yeah.
by 1
By 1. Okay.
because you slept last night.
Okay.
And
If last time, I think we looked at the blood and bones.
Yes.
Just trying to think. Oh yeah, no, I used it and then I spent it again. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
So if we go out of our way,
Yeah, this book's falling apart.
oh man,
Oh yeah, because they didn't. Forgot
They
that they didn't put all of the willpower stuff in my copy of God Machine Chronicle because it's a copy of God Machine Chronicle.
Yay.
I have to admit, trying to write stuff for Storyteller's Vault has been maddening because of not owning the newest version of the new book.
Mm.
oh, which I just ordered. I think.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I ordered a physical copy of Werewolf because.
Did you get the
PDF
premium or the
thing's
standard?
heavily- Just a standard.
Okay. I wonder if I have the standard or premium because the pages feel kind of.
Well, the standard one is just like black and white. I think.
This is just brown and white.
I guess that maybe.
We'll
I
see.
don't know.
We'll compare them when we're allowed to see each other in person.
Yeah, and then essence. We would have to go to our locus and take some.
Yep. Although you'll refresh all of your essence, or at least a huge amount of it, when you eat your monster.
Okay, because I had 4 spent last time.
Mhm.
How much can I reasonably regain?
Okay, so essence. You can absorb essence through the wellspring of your locus. You physically touch your locus. You devour. If you're doing it in the hyssal, you devour the bits of strange bits of meat and vegetation. Like there's a number of mushrooms and like moss that grows on the side of the big still.
Oh, cool.
So you can eat the flesh of wolves and humans.
Nope.
You can, the first time you see your auspicious moon at night, you gain a point of essence. So that means...
I don't think that's come up yet.
Nope,
I'm
Megan.
half-moon.
So add 2 points of essence, Megan, because you've seen your auspicious moon twice by now.
Okay, so does that raise my total or just refill?
Pool.
Refills your pool.
Just fills your pool a bit more.
Yeah.
So you can realistically, you have a decently strong locus. You can all afford to take 3 points from it.
Okay, so that would mean that I'd be down to down by 1 total at the start of this.
Yep.
Which is good. Okay.
Okay, I don't think I'm down by any at this point.
So definitely play up your blood and bone if you want to get back your...
I'm planning on playing up blood.
Okay.
Oh no, my blood is destroyer, lasting property damage.
Mine's monster. Bonus points if I use the Hunter Karuth as a terror tactic.
Yep, right. And my bone is guru, so if I think things through and actually make some sound suggestions, good to know.
All right. You guys ready to roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much for being patient in the chat as we polish this stuff out. All right. This story is true. There was once a woman named Val Sparks the Iron. She was Uratha of the people, chosen under Mother Luna's sickle eye. She was the last of many Ethair who had guarded the marches at Brewery Creek. She was the last of many things. She did not weep as she held her last packmate's head in her lap, or as she watched the blood cease to flow from the wounds. That would come later. Instead, she lay the body down and surveyed the scene. A dozen of the Becheloux, the rat hosts, in various stages of mutation, lay dead upon the ground. She rose in pain and limped from body to body, cleaving their heads, tearing out the hearts. When the last had been eviscerated, she lit their already swollen, rotting corpses alight. And only then did she remember that she was not alone in the chamber.
"What now, last dog of Brewery Creek?"
Came a voice that she knew very well.
"How will you honor me? How will you pay me my due praise?"
She knew that she could not. She had always said that oaths were chains we use to bind ourselves. She knew someday she would have to break the oath. She knew there would be consequences, but that would come later. She turned to the thing in the shape of a man behind her, his impeccably clean clothes and gentrified smile of steel and glass, and for once felt the cold predation bleed from him. Once, his needs had been something wonderful and shared, but now she was alone, and now his needs and his oath were impossible and necessary. That will come later. Tonight, I bury my dead.
"No, our dead. My pack."
There is no more pack, she replied. Just me. Only family can join the pack.
"Perhaps, but perhaps there is another way."
She looked at him with anticipation, too exhausted to reply.
"Family. The offer. Call him back. Accept."
She stuttered, stunned. It's not natural,
It is war. Call him."
But it wasn't war. Not yet, and not in Val's lifetime. That would come later. The story is also true. The keen eyes of Ubatu, the black dog and totem of the brewery dogs, watched from the shadows as his pack discussed their plan. His fur raised in protest against the idea of dealing with a Magath, a crossbred spirit, but there were things that needed knowing that were even beyond his reach. For the moment, he had been bound into service here. He knew that he had not been the first. The place, the entire territory, reeked of the primordial odor of something larger. But no matter where he went, he could not find a face to put to the smell. And yet the smell was everywhere. But it didn't matter. Where there was pack, there was family. Family was home. Home is loyalty. I am loyal, he thought. In the corner, he could see the bleary shape of the wolf-blooded man who looked so much like his sister. Val sparks the iron, and although the smell was so different, he was family, loyal. Nicholas scratched the scars that cleft the chin of his beard as he listened to the pack prepare. Is there any way I can help?
I don't know. What do you know about pinning down spirits?
He leans back in the office chair he has pulled up next to his little computer area in the den. I know a bit of what Val talked about. I know from observing, previous stuff. What are you trying to do?
Kill one?
Yeah, but why? Well, what's the reasoning here?
As a favor.
Favor.
Yeah.
Bargain.
You guys will just kill for favors?
Important ones.
Sorry. It had been several hours since you had arrived. It's Monday night. Work had been as rough as normal, and as you sat around the center of the den, big piles of takeout laying down in front of you. Megan, as you peruse through the food, you pick at your Szechuan, and the noodles, as pleasant as the feel is, you're hungry. You're hungrier than you've been for your entire life, actually. And as you swallowed down bite after bite of rice and noodle, it just isn't sating you as much. You find your hand drifting your chopsticks across to the bits of pork and chicken, picking them like an obstinate child picks the toppings off of a pizza. Those of you, Kate, you're the only other one with primal urge too, right?
Yeah.
No, I have it.
Oh, okay.
I have it now, too.
Everyone but me.
Okay.
Okay.
The rest of the pack, save for Brighton, unconsciously understands what's going on, seeing the wolf inside of you grow, and there are several tense moments as you plan your mission out of chopsticks or forks crossing. You've been talking...
On guard.
This does not count as a fight for your inspiration.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So, back at his computer terminal, Nicholas has been listening and just doing work and being present in case you needed him. He has some low synth music playing in the background just so that the room has something happening in it. It's okay, so what are the steps you know so far? You were talking about how it's vulnerable to...
We got some sticks.
A
Yeah.
home pole
Sticks
thing.
are great!
Electric sticks or something.
Isn't that a
Electric
band?
pole sticks.
Sticks is. I can put on some sticks later.
Hmm.
After this playlist is done.
Yeah, sounds good.
How do we use these sticks anyway? I mean, they
Have it.
Apply directly to face.
Yeah.
that would be my best area. Just
Is this thing
I want them to
apple?
work. It hurt to get them.
Yeah, it sure
How are
did.
you feeling?
fine.
Yeah. Okay. No lasting damage.
No.
Okay. You smelled kind of sizzly for a while there.
I felt kind of sizzly for a while there, and not in the good way.
Is there a good way to feel? Okay.
I mean, I definitely needed that shower afterwards.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, as opposed to, sizzling.
I mean, I'm certain that fellow thought you were sizzling.
Oh no, we are not talking about that ever again. That was the most humiliating experience of my life.
Really? I thought it was hilarious.
It was
Hilariously
I was such an idiot.
I feel like I missed something big. What happened?
We seduced the crap out of a guy and got him telling us everything we wanted him to. And then he forgot all about it because we got him really blackout drunk.
Then I knocked him
Okay.
out and he got possessed by a spirit.
Yep.
That
He's
sounds
fine.
good.
We took him back home.
Yeah, we put him to bed. It should have worked out okay.
That
probably.
works. Okay.
His dad might have been a pack member.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Don't know.
No. But like,
idea.
who? This is.
The kid?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
The kid's name was Phil Sullivan.
It's the.
it was the Sullivans.
the Sullivan kid. Okay.
Yeah.
You think that he might have been Pack?
Well, that his dad probably was. They have from what I understand, they had different fathers. I don't know. And this is the one that smelled, according to, he smelled distinctly wolf-blooded.
Interesting.
I don't really know what it means, but not really, but
Yeah, if you can give me a name, like I can do some genealogy indexing. Like I'm an expert of freedom of
Sounds
information.
like the mom never talked. So
yeah.
And let me guess, she's dead?
yeah.
Oh,
This
very
is the
much
one-
so,
this
for
is
a
the
long
one?
time.
Yeah.
Okay, same mom.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I mean, we don't even know if it was Pack. Potentially.
I mean, it
Like,
makes sense for why Val was getting involved in that house, though.
not necessarily. She could have been doing somebody else a favor.
That's true.
They're connected somehow.
Who knows?
Maybe, yeah, it may be super
What? I mean, it could be
complicated.
that. Well, it could be she was even connected to the mother, and not the sons.
That's true.
Who knows? Because it was the mother's house, and that sign is degraded.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
but for now, we need to deal with the spirit, and hopefully, it
I
will
guess
be
it's possible the
worth the
mom was
information we're supposed
wolf-blooded.
to be getting.
We wouldn't have any
Yeah.
way to test that or check it.
Yeah, not unless we wanted to dig it up.
No, not particularly.
Thank God, I was worried you were gonna do it.
Not tonight, anyway.
Oh God, no! Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm not gonna.
I'm kidding!
Look, I can do a tissue sequencing, but I am not gonna dig up a dead body.
Oh,
We're
we
not
wouldn't
that
ask you
far
to do
gone
that.
yet.
I thought she was she?
We do the
She
digging,
might have
right?
been cremated.
It's a little harder for me to do a tissue sequencing on a pile of dust, but okay.
That's not. No. Okay.
I can do it. It's just harder.
Okay.
The problem is they're usually burned in whatever box there is, so it's the traces are a lot smaller. They
So
don't
it might just come back as like Christmas tree.
yeah, partially like she wasn't wolf blooded, she was pine blooded. Right? Like I mean that's the way that it works sometimes, right? It's just like, and I don't even have my old lab
Sometimes you're made
equipment.
of trees.
Where trees?
Where to? You laugh.
They're trees. Megan will point out the window towards the park.
There's like the
Megan,
two trees next to
babe,
the
I
brewery.
love you. It's the only trees in it.
All right.
Oh man. Right.
I am so tired.
I slept, but I don't feel like I slept.
You should all get some sleep before you do this.
Yeah,
You're going
Yeah.
tomorrow?
that's
Yeah.
the plan.
Yeah.
We want to do this before the next storm hits.
Supposed to be spirit.
I mean, the weather forecast is free for a few days. It's not even supposed to rain until Friday.
Well, we got tipped off by spirits, and I trust their judgment more than the
Yeah,
forecaster.
and if we have a little bit more time in between, if we go after it and for some reason we feel like we need a little bit more something or other, we have a bit more time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if shit hits the fan tomorrow, then maybe
We can
we can
retreat
tick off again.
Yeah.
If we deal with the spirit, it might not rain till Friday.
That's
Maybe
true.
that's the forecast.
Oh, that's why they're always wrong.
We just didn't deal with the right spirits.
Yeah.
Clearly. Alright. You're looking kind of...
Nothing. I was just thinking that it's kind of funny that you're sending a storm lord to go lord over a storm.
Isn't...
Oh, perfect.
It's my job.
All right. Well, if I can't do anything else for
lordy.
you, let me know. Okay. I'm gonna head upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
of course.
No worries.
Thanks for the help.
Anyone else checked in while we were...
Yeah, actually, there was a message while you were at work from Corey.
Oh?
Yeah, he said that it was doing fine overall. Oh, sorry, they were doing fine.
That's
And
good.
basically,
They were at the club that night, weren't they?
yeah, before that
Everything went down.
whatever her name is died.
Good. Glad they're doing okay.
Yeah, they're doing. They're just freaked out and holed up in their apartment, I think, or their condo.
Yeah,
Safest place, probably.
I'll drop them a line later and just check in.
No, besides that, everything seems good.
Okay. Thanks again.
Hey, not a problem. I'll see you guys later. He'll head
See you.
upstairs. You can feel, as he does, he'll take his synth music with him.
Oh, good. Kindly.
Finally. All right. So down in the den, what's the tactic that you're thinking of? So first of all, you'll have to find this spirit. Then
Yeah.
you got to beat the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And question, since we need those splinters for the ban,
Mm-hmm.
do we need to actually use them as weapons against it? Do we think?
You think so? Yes.
Okay.
Sitting on the table
Can't
in
just
front of you
pen him in.
are, I believe you had 5? I think you have 5 lengths of wood.
That sounds right.
Each about the size of a wooden stake, or at the very least, a small knife. They're jagged and splintery, and they'll definitely shred your hands a bit as you use them, but they
You
seem...
do it as Garu, who cares?
Fine, they're not silver.
Yeah.
They're definitely not silver.
Out of curiosity, would one of these lengths of wood be considered a 1 damage rating weapon, or more than that?
They would be a 1 damage rating.
Cool.
Oh,
They count under my Shiv merit then.
nice.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This reminds
Which means
me.
I can use the brawl skill and I can do other things with it if I want.
If these count as improvised weaponry, I believe there's a merit specifically for improvised weapons. I don't seem to... It's not in the werewolf core.
Improvised weaponry is in the God Machine Chronicles / World of Darkness 2nd, and that's for random items. This is basically going to count as a wooden stake.
Okay, so I don't get my bonus to that then.
I do not believe so.
Yeah. Because I have a merit and I also have a specialization in weaponry and in improvised weapons.
I'll give you the specialty.
Okay. So I'll be...
But improvised weaponry, what level do you have?
Just 1 dot right now.
Okay, so that one wouldn't matter anyway. That's about finding something random near you and hitting them with it.
Okay, so hitting him with a stick in this case doesn't count.
Well,
I think it's because the intent behind us getting them was to use them as weapons, and they're going to actually do stuff to the thing.
the merit doesn't count because it's specifically about grabbing the nearest thing to you and using it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's
like, I found this rock!
Yeah, it's literally level 1 is called always armed.
Yes.
And the way it
is
works generally is something like you can like sacrifice it to like negate stuff. So it's not really an actual fighting merit per se.
Was it sacrificed to negate stuff or to deal more damage?
I don't know. What page is
Well,
it
there
on?
was one where you could like defend on it, and I never used it all that often. I think basically it negated penalties.
In God Machine, it's on page 177.
Okay.
In the World of Darkness Second Edition core, I have no idea.
That's okay. That's fine. I will have those books soon.
I don't remember using it all that often as Athena.
Oh, those are higher level ones where you can put cooler stuff in there. This is just where you always have at least a lethal weapon on you.
Yeah, that's what Kate wants.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
That's why I have Shiv and street fighting techniques.
Fair. I just want to be
dropped
able
everything into stealth.
throw scissors. I just want to be able to stab them with scissors.
Yep.
There you go. The links of wood on the table.
I figure
keep
I have
calling
natural.
Your eye. You do.
Natural weapons.
That's true.
And as you look at the smoked remains of that power pole, you can see that this is going to be, you get the sense this is going to be a particularly gruesome fight. Is there any last minute preparation or discussion you want to have tonight before you go to sleep?
Is it so if our totem is coming with us to fight on his own, the totemic empowerment doesn't make any sense to do.
Unless you wanted to bring another person with you and make sure they survived a little easier. So if you did have another pack member who is, say, a human or a wolf-blooded, and you want to make sure that they have some offensive capabilities, yes.
Right.
It's a good way of basically mashing your totem. It's putting your peanut butter and jelly together and making sure that the sandwich functions. That didn't make any sense, but you get my point.
Okay.
Functional sandwich.
Functional sandwich, right?
That would be a rite that we would want to do before we left.
And you'd have to pick which member of the pack you'd be bringing.
Yeah, we do want to make sure that we're on the Sisker for this. So maybe not tonight, but before we go, we want to do that right.
Before we go tomorrow.
Definitely.
Because we can also put it into one of us, which would give us those boosted stats and an extra 5 essence to play with. So this is just as me as a player, I'm not sure what makes more sense because I don't know what our totem stats are at all and how it would react in this sort of situation.
Your totem's a rank 3 that functions basically as a Urhan. Basically as a wolf companion.
Okay.
I'd say at this point there's not much point, and it would just take so long to figure out what exactly it would do that it's not.
Okay.
See, I know what Ubatu can do, and I know which Numina he has available. So he can act as a free roaming character, or you could use him to power up one of you a little bit more.
Yeah, that's sort of the option.
So those are your options right now, and both of them are good options.
Yeah, so I just, as the player, have no idea what makes more sense.
So what happens if we use them to power somebody up and that person dies?
I think they both...
no, I think he just drops out, doesn't he? Hold on, let me double check. Determine empowerment. It doesn't. It actually doesn't really. It's a claiming by the totem. So whatever happens with claiming.
Oh, they just the spirit usually gets discorporated.
Yeah.
So dies. Spirits don't usually die.
Yeah.
Right.
They just get knocked back down and they lose all their essence and they get eaten by other spirits.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of dies.
Temporarily.
I mean,
yeah.
I think I'm fairly good with what I've got at the moment.
Because if any of us are particularly weak, because my strength is 3, dexterity is 2, stamina 2. So basically, it would essentially, for example, if Kate did it, her strength would go up to 4, and her dexterity and stamina would go up to 3 each, and then additional +2 to all perception.
Might not be a bad idea.
It's true. You were talking earlier about drawing aggro and not being particularly tough to handle it.
Who has the highest weaponry skill?
Not me.
I actually only have...
For weaponry, I have 1 dot and a specialization in improvised weapons.
Okay.
I have 3.
So using the spirit's bane is going to be weaponry because you're using sharpened sticks.
Unless it's me, because I can use brawl as well. But for some reason, my brawl is actually less than my weaponry, so it might just be better to use my weaponry.
My weaponry is only 1.
The Shiv merit allows me to use any weapon I can conceal that's a 1 damage weapon with my brawl instead. And then it can also allow, I can use my street fighting merits if I'm using brawl with that weapon.
Okay.
If I want.
So if I did that and then Kate went into Basuim, then essentially Kelly, you or Batu would just take over and be able to act.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey, it's one less thing for me to deal with in combat out of character, so I'm fine with that.
Fair.
Okay. Yes, like I was just thinking logistical side and everything.
All right. So with that, you guys are all good for tonight?
I think so, yeah.
All right. You all head back to... are you sleeping here or are you sleeping at your own places tonight?
I'm probably sleeping here.
I think I'm going to sleep here as well.
Going
I'll sleep
home
here.
and sending apologetic messages to Addie for canceling their movie plans last time.
Your phone will buzz back. It's fine, it happens. A lot.
I'm really sorry, she'll message back.
You get a meme sent to you that is playing off the when your friend's a flake type of joke. It's fine, but I'm not gonna let you off easy. What movie do you want to see the least?
I don't even know what's out right now. Cats. I don't want to see Cats.
Oh, that's really unfortunate because that's the movie I really want to see. I hear the Butthole edition is coming out. You owe me cat butthole. Smiley face.
Oh my god.
That is an unfortunate sentence.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Right, okay.
And with that, you all get some sleep. All right. And with that, there's a sudden noise that wakes you, Brighton. A deep rumbling echo. And then, as you open your eyes, you find yourself standing in the locus. The still, the old copper still that the brewery used to use, is directly in front of you. It looms overhead like a tombstone, casting a shadow. The edges of its copper silhouette shiver and tremble. Through the center of it, you can see deep into the shadow. Something strikes down onto the ground in the distance. It's a flash of lightning. You take a step forward, walking up to the what in this moment at least is a simple doorway between worlds, a window. As you look through, you see wolves circling around a downed power line. Electricity arcs from puddle to puddle to puddle. A wolf with the largest fangs darts forward to bite alongside the cord. slips, and it plunges its crackling appendage into its throat. And for a moment, you swear you can see the skeleton burnt out of the wolf as it erodes in front of you into dust. Like a viper, the cable whips around and lashes out at the others, striking the sneaky one, striking the helpful one, and then turns and looks through the window at you. Electricity crackles around the break in the wire, and you can see a snarling serpent. As it lashes for you, you step back reflexively. Suddenly you're not staring into the shadow anymore. Your back slams into someone. Someone was standing behind you the entire time. As you turn around, you can see that it's a woman. It's Val. She's thinner than you remember. Her cheeks slightly concave, slightly hollow from malnutrition. Her eyes are larger than you remember. Pools of blue with deep, pitted pupils. She smells differently than you remember. Like a smell that you won't recognize until you wake up and will know immediately to be the smell at the apartment. And she smiles at you. And her mouth cracks, and the corners of her lips pull taut up to the corners of her eyes. Her face splits like a jack-o'-lantern, and the flesh oozes off like candle wax. Fangs, like a wheat thresher, lean over you. And yet she still reminds you of Val. And that's when you're going to wake up in the morning.
Gotta love being a Callith.
Yeah. So anytime when you're dealing with any source of that vision, you can call in a single-use a 3-point modifier on a roll.
Yeah.
Or
either against you or for us.
So in theory, if you're fighting Sleeping Thunder and it goes after one of your packmates, you can give it a penalty.
Yeah.
All right. With that, you will wake up and see that you have 4 messages, 4 text messages on your phone.
Oh. Look through them.
It's all from your roommate, Link.
Oh, of course it is.
The first one starts off pretty normal. Hey, you haven't been home in a couple days, so I'm gonna open your part of the stash. I won't take it all. I'm just gonna take a little. I just need an edge off after work. And then the next text, sir, have you ever thought about how cats aren't just cats? And then the last one is, do you think the cats know I'm talking about them? Don't tell anyone.
Oh boy.
And then the final message of the 4,
right.
that was the final text message. The 4th message on your phone is a photo of 3 extra large pizzas in various states of disarray on your coffee table.
Oh, good.
And you will see a picture of his legs and feet completely bare. He's in his underwear, which are smeared with pizza. And it's basically like a from the chest down shot of like the entire living room, which is just fairly trashed. And he's like, I think I made a mistake, but I can't be sure.
I'm just going to send a message back that says, just let me know you're alive when you wake up, please.
I can't sleep. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, I might have gotten us a cat.
Did you at least
not gonna like Brighton?
did you at least clear it with the rest of the house?
Look at the cat, he says, and sends you the same photo of the pizza with a little red circle that's been drawn on that shows a small, white, fluffy cat hiding behind a potted plant.
Oh, no.
It was there in the original photo. It just was really not the focal.
Yeah.
White, fluffy.
Cat is cute. Okay.
I named him Sausage while I was high. I don't know if we're going to keep the name.
It's a cute name.
What if we put Mr. Sausage? Captain Sausage?
Captain Sausage is the best
Sounds
name.
like a porn name.
It really does.
Captain Mr. Sausage.
We'll talk about the cat when I come back. I should be home, if not tonight, tomorrow night.
Okay, but you only have so many more tablets left.
That's fine.
I'll replace them. Don't be sad face.
No,
he actually
really.
writes out, "Don't be sad face."
Yeah. I won't be sad face.
Now, Brighton, you have a fairly easy day ahead of you. It's actually your weekend, your Monday and Tuesday off.
Ooh, yay.
So you can do literally anything that you want, including just nothing. However, the rest of you, Kate, you have to open Black Dog Video.
Yep, I sure do.
It's a boring morning, and in the background, your coworker throws on, seeming like everyone is doing this, throws on some synthwave.
Ugh.
Whoa, what's wrong with synthwave?
There's a perfectly good record store just down the street.
Yeah, and this is perfectly good as well. What, you don't like it? Like, listen to this.
I didn't say that.
I like it, okay?
Yeah, but you like a lot of things you shouldn't.
I like you.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I shouldn't. Jason smiles at you. He's still got those fantastic mutton chops, which he's wearing to look as much like Toshiro Mifune as possible. His long black hair pulled into a ponytail at the nape of his neck. And do you think I should shave?
I don't know. We've already determined you have a bad taste in just like general judgment, so.
I have a bad taste in everything, especially women. Oh. Speaking of which, I wanted to ask you something.
Oh no, what?
Okay, you know those. I saw you guys out the other night. You and those like your girl pals, your friends.
Yeah, we go out sometimes. What about it?
Okay, are they all, like you, or
attractive in their 20s?
Yeah, incredibly attractive in your 20s and gay as fuck.
Overworked by the system.
No, I want to know if they're single. Oh my god, Kate. Jesus. Okay? Like,
I don't know, actually.
Well, the younger looking one, the one with the hat.
Who was wearing a hat?
I think someone was wearing a hat. Is she your sister? The blonde one, right? Cousin?
Carly wasn't there the other night.
No. The little
21-year-old?
Yeah, dude,
Don't be a cradle robber.
I'm only 24.
Yeah, and it's weird because it's you, and you have the soul of an 80-year-old.
I have the soul of a samurai. I'll have you know.
Not with those button chops.
Look, I'm working on it. Okay, they don't come in overnight. Look, I'm just asking. Okay, do you think, maybe she wants to come in and rent a movie?
No, I don't think she even owns a DVD player.
Well, we rent them, and I've got a spare.
I don't know if she has a TV. I'm going to be honest with you here.
Well, luckily, I have a TV at my place, and it's right next to my bed. So,
I I don't see how that will help you with watching movies. That seems like you'd get distracted very fast.
Actually, I'm pretty good at watching movies instead of getting laid. But,
Ooh, self-burn. Those are rare.
Yeah, those are rare. Yeah. No, I just... Look. Okay, fine. If you don't want to help me out, then I'm not going to push it for it. But I'm just saying, like, she seemed kind of nice.
She's very nice.
All right, fine. All right, fine. Leave you alone. Leave you alone.
Don't it's weird, okay? Coworker is trying to go after, like, gal pals is...
You just don't want me marrying into your family because you've got some closet racism going on, right?
I mean, I have a closet.
Congratulations.
You don't want to know what's in the closet, but...
Not you at the moment.
Touche.
Okay, fine. Oh shit, drama incoming.
Oh no. Where?
He looks over your shoulder, and what you will see is, the woman that was here a few days ago, Lois Bouchard, enters the room. Unlike before, there's no sense of manic energy to her. She walks up and, without looking at either of you, steps over to that picture of her daughter, her missing poster, and gently, daintily, with more care than you've seen people swaddle infants, strips the tiny pieces of Scotch tape from each of the four corners, folds them under, doing her best not to even wrinkle the page, and slides it whole into her purse. She turns and makes her way toward the door.
Kate's pointedly not saying anything or doing anything and trying to not even look at her.
The bell jangles and she walks away and out of your life. Shit. That was the lady with the missing daughter, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Do you know they found her?
I mean, I do now.
Dude, there was like a house fire like 4 blocks away from here, like 5 blocks away from here, something like that. Apparently she was kept in like a I don't want to say the word at work, but like a sex dungeon.
You went and said it anyway.
I didn't say the word, I said a different word. Okay, but like, shit, can you believe that? Like a fucking serial killer. I wonder if he was gonna. I wonder if this is like human trafficking. Shit, you know they do that down at like the Fairmont downtown.
You know, I am hardly surprised.
Yeah,
I don't want to think about it. I just don't want to think about it. You know what? Hey, look, you have these videos you need to reshelve. Here. And she's gonna hand him a bucket of things to be reshelved.
Oh, look!
Your work. Pity you have to do that on the other side of the store.
That's okay. I have a loud voice. Hello, customer. How can I help you? Perhaps I could suggest a movie. Have you ever seen Yojimbo?
There's no one there. Stop trying.
You can't blame a guy for trying.
No, you really can't. All right, okay.
All right, I'm gonna go stock these shelves. You have your mope.
Right, I'd forgotten about that conclusion to that one.
I sure did.
Yeah, that was a while ago now.
Because Kate was a key player in the whole, house fire explosion deconstruction thing.
I was like, shit, how did we find out? What did we find out about the daughter? I know we found her and she was dead. But what was it? Shit.
It was
the house.
Right, that house.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
that house needed to be wiped off the map.
Yeah.
And it was.
You watch him walk away, and across town, someone else is having a little bit of an interesting time as well. Oh, I can't actually find the soundboard for this, so I will just put on something else. Huh. What do you know? I can't find a damn thing, so instead, I'll just put on this. Nope, that's the wrong one. I just put on, like, cricket music. All right. Meanwhile, across town, there is... Yeah, I'll save that for later. There's a knock on your door, Megan. And one of the receptionists says, excuse me, are you actually called doctor? Or you're not, right? Like, you don't actually have your MD in this?
I actually don't think I had ever figured that one out or not.
Okay. Well, I have a nice cutaway for this. Megan?
Yeah.
Mr. Price is here to see you.
Right, that was the movie guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Well,
He's here for.
He left me a message, didn't he?
He did.
Out of character.
Yes, and you never got back to him.
I've been busy.
Crap.
He has a follow-up appointment for his ankle injury.
Yeah, of course.
Just let me know when you're ready to see him.
Yeah. I should be good now, actually.
Okay, good. Sorry, we just got him in a side room because people were making faces.
Yeah.
I'll go get him. The receptionist pulls off to the side, and a moment later, in struts Chris Price. Chris is that smiling, blonde, handsome in a CW kind of way. Man, he's just a little shy of 6 feet tall, and has sparkling blue-green eyes.
Can you just remind me out of character what his message said?
He was
Roughly?
He was wondering if you had any time for a personal consultant or a personal consult.
Ah, okay. As he walks in, then I'm going to approach and say, "Hey, so good to see you. I'm so sorry about I didn't reply to your message. I've had a big family thing over the weekend, and time just got away from me completely. I'm so sorry."
It's fine. It's what I get for calling you off hours, he says, grimacing a bit as he's moving. He's leaning pretty heavily on the crutch you gave him.
Here, let's get you sitting down. How's your ankle doing?
It's pretty good. Ibuprofen takes the edge off.
That's good.
It's kind of messing up.
Let's have a look at this.
Okay. Overall, as you unwrap his ankle, you can see your hands are really cold.
Yeah, well, helps.
I guess it might. Overall, pretty good. I've been using the Aircast most of the time, and then I've been rubbing on. My trainer gave me a balm to use that's got some herbal stuff that she uses.
Okay.
It seems, and as you unroll,
I'm guessing like a muscle relaxant.
I don't know. It burns quite a bit. As you wrap it. As you finish unwrapping his ankle, you can smell this putrid salve of a mix of spearmint, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, and a couple of other pungent aromas that are rolled into a balm that has left a nice greasy stain on the inside of his ankle wrap.
Do I recognize it?
It looks like a homemade, holistic. In your medical opinion, it looks like a holistic bullshit cure. Although the mint's probably nice.
Might help relax the muscles a little, maybe.
Yeah, you think it's basically a bunch of herbal remedies thrown into some Vaseline.
Oh, well, probably not hurting.
If it smells, it means it's working. It's true. All right. But overall, it looks pretty good. You did a good job diagnosing it. He doesn't looking. It's only been about 4 days, or it's been since Saturday. So this is an immediate follow up to see in a couple days if it's any better. He's here a little earlier than he probably should be, but the swelling has gone down quite a bit. There is quite a dark bruise that wraps around where the tendon jumped. The sprain looks like it was a fairly middle of the road. He's not going to need surgery so long as he doesn't do anything stupid. So he'll probably need surgery. And but overall, you think that he should probably you run through the basics. You ask how much ibuprofen he's taking. It's of course a few 100 milligrams under where it should be. You remind him that he should take it with food, etc., etc.
I'll warn him about being careful, or he could result in needing surgery if he doesn't treat this carefully.
It's fine. It's fine. We're mostly doing a lot of just talking scenes right now. We're doing like the walking and talking stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, sorry, I'm really tired. I was up all night. Just I don't know. It's hard to sleep. You know, I try to wedge it between some pillows, and it just
Okay.
It's fine. Question. Taking that much ibuprofen, can I any interactions with like alcohol, like I shouldn't worry really about anything like that, right?
I will
Probably is fine. Like
whatever is true.
It would probably mess with his stomach more than anything.
You might find it'll upset your stomach.
It's okay. I'm already pretty upset.
All right.
I find that I haven't been eating very much recently. Honestly, no. I just, I'm just so busy, and it's really difficult to. I find that it's really hard to eat on set because there's just nothing to look at. It's just the inside of a soundstage or a location with tons of lights. I don't know. I feel like it'd be easier to eat if I had something really pretty to look at.
Well, there's definitely a few restaurants nearby that are.
That's true. So what time do you get off work?
Well,
in your medical opinion, what time do you get off work?
Well, tonight I've got something, but tomorrow I'm off at 5.
5 o'clock. Do you eat at 5 o'clock, or do you wanna?
I generally head for more 6.
We'll tell you what. Why don't we, just to make sure, because you never know when shooting's going to go a little late. Why don't we say 8 o'clock wherever you want? It's on me, and unless you want to bill it as a taxable for I'll bill it as a taxable because it's a consult. It's a business discussion.
Business, yes.
Business.
All right. Well, let me wrap this back up for you.
Okay.
I think you can probably, as long as you keep this up, you should be okay. And you might want to switch over to seeing one of our, essentially retraining. I've forgotten what to call it for real, but
Physiotherapist.
Yeah, more of that.
More of the rehabilitation specialists?
Yeah, that one instead of straight up physio.
Well,
specifically to make sure you don't have any issues with your stride or anything like that. Ben is quite good at it.
Ben? Yeah, okay. If you think that Ben's good, sure. Oh, we can discuss that more tomorrow night.
Sounds good. It's a date.
You're darn tootin'. I said darn tootin'. And he's gonna head out of your office and out of your day.
All
He
right.
swaps over to a different person. It's less of a conflict of interest for you.
Exactly. I am not banging a patient then.
Yeah. Smart. Very smart.
Make him
So in
howl.
fact, Megan's going to talk to the front desk about switching him over onto Ben's clientele. if he needs to come back, as it's unlikely that he'll need to see me again.
Mm-hmm. Mary at the front desk, who's a woman in her 40s, but still is really, really fit, really good. Looks about almost 10 years younger than she should, to be honest, even though she's on the cusp of 50. Gives you this look.
Ben.
Ben.
I'll just give her a very bland look back.
If you won't, I will.
Bitch, why'd you think I'd suggest Ben?
Call me bitch in the workplace. Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming we're friendly.
Yeah, she's pretty friendly. She's basically the mommy of the office, but not, or the aunt of the office. I don't know. Now, across town as well, there's a moment of shuffling papers, and Claire, as you look down at the screen in front of you, there is just an exhaustion that pours out of every fiber of your being. You've been working on this report for what feels like days, weeks. You might have been working on this report before you were born. You sit in your cubicle, and suddenly a shadow falls across you. Someone's behind you.
Well, I'm working hard. I'll turn around. Yeah?
You are going to turn and come face to face with a phone that has a very provocative but no actual nudity showing shot of a a medium endowed woman laying on her bed with her hand covering her crotch and an arm going across her nipples. And Gina smiles down from above the phone and says, "Too much? Was that too much?"
What the hell?
You told?
Yeah.
Is that too much?
What?
Is that? I'm not actually showing anything.
Gina, what the hell?
What? What were we
Why
talking about?
at work?
Why at work? Because it's Brian Lai. Remember?
Yeah.
Look at this shit. And she's gonna swipe a couple of phones over, or a couple of screens over, and yep. You didn't expect to be seeing a penis this early into the day, but there it is.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
Well, and look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, I see that.
he's
She's gonna like put her hand up and try to look away.
But he put it next. It's next to a Funko Pop.
Yeah, that says something about him.
Kind of. It's a Funko Pop.
Okay.
Of John Hamm from Mad Men. Look, every guy that sends me a dick pic holds it up next to a stick of deodorant or something, okay? This is at least a little inventive.
Oh.
It's
for scale.
Do you,
I see.
Do you not? Claire, I know you've been...
What?
Do you even have it installed?
What?
Like
what?
any social apps? Any hookup apps? Anything like that?
Well, no. Why would I need that?
Why would you need... Alright, no reason to be a bitch.
What?
I don't need... Look, it's... You're right, just because you're rocking like the... Yeah, okay, fine. The little schoolgirl vibe you got going there? Okay, fine.
Oh my gosh, I
Hey,
don't.
yeah, right. She looks down at the office skirt you're wearing, the little pencil skirt that touches just above your knees, and looks back up at you. It's February, Claire.
Yeah, and these tights, she'll like do that thing where she like snaps them a little bit.
Are you going to lip your stockings? Are you going to lip your stockings?
No, I can't. They're fleece lined. I couldn't even if I tried. She'll like.
You've never seen Lost in Translation either? Okay, great.
No, not really.
Sorry, chat. Amy just sent me a message saying that she actually has a bunch of these Funko Pops in at her store.
Oh my god!
and that's all
For
I can.
reference.
For reference, take a photo of it and post it in the Discord.
You literally cannot tell that it's a character because it looks like a guy in a suit. That's it.
Yeah.
Unless someone said this is the guy from Mad Men, you wouldn't know he was the guy from Mad Men. You'd just be like, okay, what's so special about it? Just a guy in a suit.
It's not what's the Funko's not special. It's what's next to the Funko.
I know. It's very
And-
funny.
Honestly, Funkos aren't that big.
They're not.
In fact, I'm looking at my Hawkeye one on my shelf right in front of me. It's really short.
I didn't say that it was smaller than the Funko.
I'm just saying that's not the best thing for size comparison.
Generics.
They're about 4.5 inches.
Honestly, all these guys like doing like comparisons with things. They should just use a ruler if they really want to get like, technical about this.
Don't
No, 'cause
make me guess.
that would put actual numbers, and
Yeah.
Actual
they might be
numbers are
afraid of
scary. I'm
that.
just gonna put.
Yes.
Then again,
I am the type to go find the item that they're using and find a ruler and be like, that's pretty short.
Whoa. All right. Oof.
If somebody's gonna do that.
All right. So, this is just so funny. I'm sorry. Well, it's because I immediately switched back to Twitch, and then I see Jen's comment. If it smells, that means it's working.
I did that too.
God.
I kept looking back at Twitch, seeing if anybody was chatting, and I was like, "There's my comment in this conversation."
I think
There
people are
it
just listening, right? All right. Okay,
Oh my
but
God.
okay. Claire, is it too much?
Yes. Is it too much? Well, I mean, it depends on if you think that you're. Is this something you want to actually happen? If you want it to happen, it's not too much. If you don't, it's
Look,
a
it is-
little.
It
It's
is
also 10 in the morning. Putting it out there.
So am I.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to send it right now. I'm going to send it during lunch.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm going to send it at the very end of lunch. I'm going to send it when I know he just got back from lunch. Okay. Then I can see where his desk is from here. I can watch him scramble. Because he's going to want to send a reply, and then I can watch him try to scramble into the bathroom or something like that. It's going to be funny. It's going to be funny.
All right. Well, it sounds like you've got this all planned out.
Look, it's really hard for me to meet men, and he seems like at least a funny guy. A funny-co.
Yeah,
But-
if you're going for it, that's all right. Yeah.
Unless you know someone better.
My social circle outside of work is a little lackluster. So, yeah, no, he seems like a good guy. Other than the, shots, but whatever. That's what happens. Yeah, go for it. It's up to you.
Fine. Hey,
What?
can I see your hand for a second?
Uh,
Can I see your nails?
okay.
What did you do with your nails?
Nothing?
Oh. I was gonna trick you into pressing the button for me, but then I lost interest really quick with the.
Oh.
I realized that it would
Well, it's not
conflict.
the right time yet.
Yeah, I know. I realized it would conflict with my master plan, my bold
Yeah, I would.
strategy.
Yeah. Next
Anyway,
time.
real reason I'm here besides showing off my titties, girls, is I was wondering, when are you going to be done with the report?
When am I going to be done? Oh,
Yeah, I heard Boss Man talking about you.
Oh yes, that work thing we do.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been slugging at it for a while here. I can probably wrap it up pretty quick if he's getting impatient.
Yeah, probably a good idea. You know
did you hear?
that, they transferred Adam.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, which means that they are going to need to fill that spot soon, and it's down between you and Brad in terms of seniority.
Yeah,
Of course, what happened the other day with Brad? I don't know.
that's true.
Can't believe you let him shit on you like that on Saturday. Like, seriously, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it.
You and I need a battle strategy. What are you doing tonight? We're going to go out for drinks, and we're going to plan your conquest.
Well, I'm a little busy tonight, but tomorrow should work. I know.
Tomorrow? Okay, fine.
Are you free tomorrow?
Depends what Brian says.
We'll find a time.
Get my hump day. What?
That's Wednesday, isn't it?
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah. So then you would be... Okay. Anyway, it's all good.
Oh, wait, no. Tomorrow, what day's... No, tomorrow is Wednesday in game. Yeah, you confused me there, Caitlin.
Oh, okay.
Because you guys slept once already, and you had slept once before, so everybody gained another willpower point, by the way.
Oh, yay.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
I like those.
There we go.
They're handy.
Willpower.
I need more of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
I have so many and you can't have them.
I'm going to get back to
Fine.
work. You should probably answer that, though. Your phone is vibrating on the table, and you can see a single name is illuminated. Is Claire the type of person that attaches profile pictures to names in her contacts?
Yeah.
Cool. You will see a handsome man in his late 20s on the video screen with the tag Ross calling.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I'll get that report done real quick. You okay?
Sure. Yeah. Guess you don't need the app.
So she'll pick up her phone. Hello?
Hello. Hey, Claire.
Hey.
Hey, it's Ross. I got your message about needing to reschedule tonight.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's pack stuff, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it was nothing. Yeah. Anyway.
No.
How are you? My rotation ends on Saturday. Are you good on maybe Saturday or Sunday night? Either of those?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay. Yeah, just good. Let me know what works best for you and like what time, and I'll do the rest. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. I'll figure out my schedule and then maybe I'll text you.
Sure. Hey, quick question. Is there any type of food you don't like?
Oh. No, I'm usually willing to try anything.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, haven't really found any foods that I particularly dislike.
You eat a lot of meat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know the perfect place.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna love it.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye. Have a good day.
Yeah. You too.
Thanks. She'll have been pretty quiet with her volume. So it doesn't
Absolutely.
really pick up.
Why
too
share
much
that
of
around?
it. Yeah.
All right. And with that, you get back to work and start plugging away on the report that could make some significant changes in your life. Back at the den, Brighton, the day has passed, and you have been lazing around watching Teletoon in your underwear and
Yeah, pretty much.
just kind of enjoying having nothing else to do. Is there anything else that you'd be doing today?
Not really. I think I'm just kind of trying to gear up for tonight and think about what happened in that dream, and that's kind of throwing me for a bit of a loop. Just kind of trying to see if there's any logic to it, but it was a dream, so probably not much that I can figure out now. And I might actually swing by my house, or no, it's a house because there's like 6 people in it. But just to be like, is it completely trashed? And also, has my actual stash been raided? Or just the stuff that Link bought?
All right. So you head into the front door of your basement suite. It's one of those, the house above must be a 6-bedroom house. Down here, besides the living room, which is inside of its own separate room, there's a small entranceway large enough for a couch and a TV that has someone that you only half recognize sleeping on it while music plays off of much music into the room. Just some random loop. As you continue down, you can smell that the air is thick with pot, which is casting kind of a bluish hue as the smoke holds to the mid-level of the room. And the table in the living room, the door wide open, is still littered with pizza, mostly crusts in various states of disarray. A bong is tipped over on the table, dripping its thick, stinky water onto the carpet. And you suddenly will hear that there is a crash in the kitchen.
I'll go look at I'm making sure that the door closed behind me because I'm still sure there's a cat in here somewhere.
Okay.
I don't want to accidentally let it out.
All right.
And then I'll go look into the kitchen.
All right. There is actually, that's a pretty good link. There is an explosion of flour that puffs out the side of the kitchen as you approach, and a furry white cat covered in flour is going to explode as well out of the kitchen, shooting like a rocket toward you. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna get out of its way.
Okay. It peels ass into the hallway past you and runs into the living room and dives under the sofa with the sleeping man.
Okay.
Link turns the corner, his face painted with powder. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Under the couch.
And
Oh, poor cat.
You okay, man?
yeah, I'm trying to get a collar on him.
Okay, it might go better if you're like calm and let it come to you.
I was trying to surprise you by the time you got home. I went out to the he wipes the flour off his forehead. I went out to
Oh, don't do that. Yeah.
I went out to the grocery store, and they had one of those makers. Those the things where you make the tags, right? You make the tags for the animals and the pets and stuff. So I picked up a little collar while I was out at the dollar store. And look, and he jangles in your face a little cat collar with a bronze bone dangling from it that says Captain Mr. Sausage.
Oh my god.
Although, given the space limitations, it says Capt Mer Sow. The bone is the biggest one they had. I almost got the entire thing on. I was going to just put sausage, but then I was like, no, Brighton needs a man with a bit of structure in her life. A little fluffy man.
Well, that may be true. I think you're scaring the cat.
You're not just scaring the cat, you're scaring me, says a very flat voice from down the hall. Another one of your roommates leans out of her door, and dressed in all black, this tall, very crane-like looking girl with long, thin limbs, dressed in just layer after layer of black, with a long rosary dangling from her throat with a giant silver ankh on it. Looks down and glares at you both through her thick layers of a foundation and dark blue makeup. And I don't think the cat's a boy. It's definitely a girl. It has as much balls as you, Link. Thanks,
Probably.
B. I appreciate that. Okay. Do you want to help?
White cat and black clothes.
And thanks for agreeing. You know I'm allergic. Dick. And she slams her door and heads back into the room. You can hear the sound of some Bauhaus turn up.
Where did you get the cat, Link?
This isn't Bauhaus, but you had to do it.
Yeah.
Look, there was an ad on Craigslist. There were a bunch of cats getting rid of. and I just thought that you might want a pet because... Okay, fine. I thought I would want a pet. Make me a manipulation or wits. I'll let you choose. Plus subterfuge roll.
Ooh. Find my stats for that. Oh, that's a fun roll. Okay. Sure it can't be empathy?
Sure, it can be empathy.
Oh, good. That gives me dice. Let's roll these dice. Ooh, that's 2 successes. One of them's a 10, so let me re-roll that. That is not another 2 successes.
2 successes. He's squirming a bit as he's talking to you, which is one of his tells. As you're looking at him, you can see that he's looking a little... He's definitely looking paler than usual with the flour. As he wipes it off, you'll see that there's a greasy smear across his forehead. Not just the powder, it looks like he's wearing a little bit of makeup, which is not out of the question for Link, but as he rubs it, you can see that there's a bit of a dark circle under one of his eyes that looks like he tried to cover up with foundation.
Link, you okay, man?
Yeah.
You seem a little more off than usual.
Yeah, okay, fine. We didn't have enough money to pay for the stuff from the other night, so, like, even with the money you gave me, and I wanted to pay you back anyway, so I bought a little bit extra to flip.
Man.
And I went and dropped off, like, it was just a few tabs of Molly, but I went and dropped it off with Derek down the street, and he's, you know, when I got over there, he, you know how he gets like super aggressive when he's wants to get high, and he said he didn't have any money, and I told him to, you know, hey, well, guess what? You know, hey, this is a capitalist exchange. We exchange goods and services for dollars. And he told me that he didn't have any money, but he had a cat, and cats are worth more than money. And I argued that no, money is worth more than money. And so he kind of told me. He made me take his cat. I guess it was his ex-roommate's cat that he wanted to get rid of. So I'm like $100 in the hole right now. And he, you know, he might have... What?
And you have a cat.
Yeah. And as he's saying that, he rubs his eye, and you can see the full extent of the black eye.
Yeah,
I got, so, you know, I mean, we had a disagreement, and I came out ahead. And now we have sausage.
This is why we were getting out of dealing. Remember?
Yeah, well, I'm just not going to deal with Derek anymore.
I mean, that's good, but don't fall into the trap, man. Don't try and pay off your current debt by getting more pills to flip.
Well, I'm not going to get another, I'm not going to get more hours at 7-Eleven. Okay? Now, you know for a fact, the reason that Link doesn't get hours at 7-Eleven anymore is because they caught him dealing from the counter. He was working under an assumed name because it wasn't a 7-Eleven. It was basically like it was a bodega. So basically like a 6 and 12 kind of thing, right? So he was working for cash under the table, but a guy was like, he did it in front of a tobacco inspector, and it was just weed, but it was weed post legalization, illegally peddled over the counter at a job, and he managed to escape, but that job was fined $5,000 minimum for his involvement.
Yeah. Link, you've got to start making better decisions, man. You can't get any more hours because you fucked up.
And that's why I need you here. I need you here, Bri. We can do this together. You are my bright shining star.
Okay.
We can everything's you're the smart one. You're the thinker, I'm the doer, okay? And together we can do great things.
Yeah, we can. We can do great things. Okay,
it's gonna be so good. You're gonna do the album cover from my right. You're gonna We're gonna be famous. I'm gonna make you famous.
Yeah, we're gonna be famous. I have a thing to do tonight, but I need you to stay home and try not to terrify the cat. Okay. If you can get it into like,
I'll put it in your room. It's fine.
Yeah, if you can get it into my room, maybe it will be okay just in some quiet space, and that's fine. I don't even care if it tears up the place. There's nothing in there I care about. Just try to keep the cat safe because I feel bad inflicting our life on another living animal.
Yeah, totally. Oh, by the way, your room's empty. You're welcome.
Okay.
Well, B's brother's on the couch right now. Jackson?
Okay, empty of people, not empty of stuff.
No. It still has everything in it. A few less pills, but that's it.
Okay.
But no. She was
fine.
She tried to get me to let him use your room, and I was like, no, that's Brighton's room. That is off limits, B, and I'm putting my foot down because I'm an alpha.
You've got my back.
I've got your back. I didn't even.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, it's a shoebox, but it's my shoebox.
They didn't want to give me any money, so it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need you to chill out and come down and make sure that the cat is safe. And I will see you either very late tonight or tomorrow. And we will figure out how to get you out of this debt, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Just try and sleep too, okay?
Yeah. I'll take something for that. Hold on.
Yeah.
He opens the freezer, filts around a bit, pulls out a long, taper-necked white bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Almond milk Kahlua. B, I'm taking your bullshit hippie stuff. You were here, I asked right now.
Yeah, you did. Go easy on it and try not to piss B off so much that she kicks you out, okay? I know it doesn't really hold any weight, but I'd prefer not everyone in the house hates us.
No, 2/3 max.
Yeah.
No. See you later. And he's gonna walk down the hall, pop the cap off, and just toss the cap in the recycling bin as he goes.
Cool. I'm gonna duck into my shoebox of a room.
Okay.
I'll leave the door open while I'm in there, but I'm just going to I have like the quote unquote stash that Link knows about, which is where he'll leave me stuff, and basically my like nightstand
It's
drawer.
the take a pill, leave a pal.
Yeah, basically. And then I have another stash where I just kind of store things when I'm trying to be good and not take any drugs.
Yeah, it's your willpower chips.
Yeah, and it's my rainy day extravaganza.
Okay.
And I'm just going to check that it's probably hidden like taped behind a dresser or something, where it would be a little harder to just stumble across.
Okay.
I'm just going to check and see if it's been tampered with.
Yep, it's still there. I think probably the best place for that would probably be like inside of your dresser on the top of the underwear shelf, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where they'll check the underwear shelf, but they probably won't pat down the top.
Yeah. Cool. Then I'll just quick check that it's there and close that, and I will leave my door open just a little crack in case the cat wants to run in there on its own.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Anything else you're doing with the rest of the afternoon?
No, I'm just gonna go back to the den and be like, oh god, Link, why?
As you open your door, you'll hear another door open across the hall, and you'll see one heavily mascaraed eye look at you.
Hey.
You're complicit in the Kahlua when the door slams.
I'll add it to my mental list. I'll just head out the door.
All right, that's where I think it's time we take about a 5-minute break. We'll be right back, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the game so far. Welcome back. Sorry for the extra couple of minutes there. I needed coffee. Oh god, it's so good. It's so good, guys. You don't even understand. I put some of this the baked off cinnamon nut sugar in there. Yeah. All right, welcome back to Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park, episode 6. And why don't we just jump right into the night? The day passed without too many interesting things going on. Hopefully, I don't know. I guess we'll see where some of those
they
things...
were interesting.
Okay, we'll see where they go.
Interesting.
Okay.
You can't see it, chat, but I'm wiggling my eyebrows.
Yeah, I can't wait till we actually can like all be together again. That will be so nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you sit around the table in your den. The night has come. It's time. What do you do? Do you just head right in? Do you...
We have to run the hunt right.
Okay.
Yes.
Heading down into the basement next to the still, you can see the locus pulsing in front of you. Your loci calls out to you, begging you to drain energy from it. Given that this is one additional night, Megan, if you are not at full essence, add +2 more essence because you would have seen the new moon in the sky.
Nope, I'm totally full.
That sounds good. All right, as you approach, you'll feel...
Oh, does the amount of essence you can have go up with Primal Urge?
You're at 11 now.
Okay.
You can also spend 2 per round. All right, so... Down in the basement, the still looms in front of you. You prepare your rites. How do you go about entering the sacred hunt this time?
I will use one of the splinters of wood to act as a stand-in to kind of indicate the prey.
Okay.
The specific spirit.
How many of you have the sacred hunt as a rite?
Only me.
Okay.
Yeah. You only need one to be
You
the
only
right
need
master.
one, but you have to be the only one who rolls.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And I believe this one... What did we figure out?
I think last time you used dexterity and stealth.
Yeah. So I think that would be the sort of hunt I would be doing.
Mm-hmm. So, you can go ahead and do that. Give me a dexterity and stealth roll. You dim the lights in the basement. Only the ambient hue of a couple of the overhead pot lights casts any glow in this room at all. It's cold down here, that perfect basement temperature. As you gather in a circle, Megan weaves between you, leading you in a daisy chain of motion, in and out, leaping and striking at an imaginary central figure. In and out. For the first minute, she dances alongside of you, drags you into the motion. Make the roll again. In and out. Another stab. Another minute of dancing, evoking the rite, speaking low in first tongue. Okay, again. Three? All right. You achieve 10 successes. The ritual becomes more frenzied, more fervent. The chasing is in tight circles. You all find yourself moving in an almost perfect figure eight, not bumping into each other. Occasionally, you'll see Megan drop down to her knees and lunge between the legs of another one of you as you run past, or leap over one of your backs. Without breaking stride, you mimic the action. You move flawlessly. And at the culmination of the ritual, the figure eight of looping bodies breaks into a wide, fast-moving circle. With a shrill cry, the sharpened stakes come up and down, all meeting together in a point. All killing the imaginary enemy in front of you. You all gain the Sisker Da persistent condition. So, you can choose lunacy that you inflict on humans for the remainder of this ritual. You also, if you achieve an exceptional success on actions involving your prey, not against your prey, involving your prey, which is a much broader scope in my opinion, you will gain additional beats. So this continues until the prey is brought down or you complete the hunt. One other thing, the important thing to know about this rite is that it has 3 effects. Okay, if you bring down the spirit that is your prey, you can divide its remaining essence among yourselves as you see fit, not above your cap. You can take all of its essence, which discorporates and thus destroys it, but it is usually a breaking point towards spirit and is seen as disrespectful if not done for a reason. That being said, have fun. Mm-hmm. It's a small breaking point and you'll probably succeed your roll, right? Who knows? And then finally, you can chase down spirit prey that knows the symbols of a rite or can carve the secret of a gift. You can do that, and any uratha present can expend the necessary experiences to be marked with the gift or learn the rite from the spirit. If this is done, you do not gain essence. And doing so is a breaking point towards spirit because you're forcing them to give up their powers to you. But that is one way you can do it without negotiation. Normally you have to present a reason for, say, a toad spirit to give you a jumping power.
Aggressive negotiation initiated.
That's right.
My favorite kinds.
Absolutely correct, Anakin.
Yeah. So I guess if we had something that there was a gift we all wanted, we could make that spirit the prey of Sisker Da and hunt it down.
It's true.
That is absolutely the case. And that includes any non-specific auspice gifts, any moon gifts. So everything else, including, like, for example, before game, off camera, Caitlin was asking about some gifts that are normally exclusively pure. But if you found the incredibly icky creatures that had it, you can do that.
Terrifying.
It's terrifying. Yeah, you can take agony gifts. And then you also gain a +2 bonus on foot chases and +2 bonus on animal ken, empathy, and politics.
Within our territory.
Within your territory. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was just me reminding the group in our chat just of a rite that I've done that we used in a previous session, and it's still active because it's per season.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I do
Good
it
to
once. It lasts for a season, but we have to complete at least one hunt, whether normal or Siskirda, a month.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And with that, Kate, are you using your ritual?
Yeah, I was going to. Now, the spirit or the totem has to be in the same. What was it?
The realm, right?
Yeah. So either I have to go over to there, or
It's-
it has to come here.
You would prefer the former.
Going over there. Okay.
It's easier to do
Um,
that.
Don't we have to go over there anyway?
You have to go over there anyway, so
Yeah.
Yeah. So it makes sense to do that over there. Okay. So I need to incorporate the symbols, and I need to come up with my pool. And I also need to. Where is it? I gain both the totems Ban and Bane.
okay.
So that's something I need to know what those are at some point.
Okay. So its ban is that it must be. Its ban is that it cannot be separated from a member of its pack. If
Okay.
it is not around a member of its pack, it loses 1 point of essence per scene that it is not in the same scene.
Okay.
And that doesn't have to be in the same realm. It just has to be basically within sight across the gauntlet.
Okay.
And its bane is that anything from its family is immediately mortal to it.
Okay.
Meaning that if someone, for example, beat you within an inch of your life, and then coated a baseball bat with your blood, it would now be a weapon that does aggravated damage to the spirit.
Okay.
So
good to know.
would you striking it?
Yeah.
Alternatively, like
puppy.
ripping off your arm and beating it with it would also work.
Okay.
But its family is its weakness.
So basically, if, say,
He's a good boy.
Claire kicked me with her shoes,
Yeah.
Yep. If it was, and this is intentional or not, if it does damage, it does
then
damage.
it could do aggravated damage. So
Yes.
guys, please don't hurt me.
Do our best.
Do my best. Don't get in my way.
So I was thinking, because of how they do the symbols are the totem, the pack, blood, and strength. I guess.
So this is a
Okay.
symbol of loyalty. I would suggest that perhaps
Yeah.
potentially having your entire pack mark you with their blood.
Yeah, that would do it.
Something like that, potentially in a symbol, or mixing your blood together, since werewolves don't usually catch bloodborne illnesses.
Yeah, let's mix all blood together and then drink it. Woo. And then maybe not. Maybe just do marks.
Or just paint your
Little
face. Just,
Paint. Let's do the face painting. That sounds good. I like that
you'll, be,
better.
you'll be
Kate
terrifying. to
prefers
boot.
that.
All right. So what would this be for you then? This would be
So I was gonna go expression.
okay.
My highest stat pool would honestly be presence and empathy. But if I was thinking presence and expression.
Okay, sure. Then you
Unless by strength you mean I have to use my strength stat.
I think it should be whatever is most. It doesn't have to be your strength stat, so it can be any two abilities, or pardon me, any skill and any attribute.
Yeah,
I would
it's just
say-
because there was my thinking was just that they were saying as symbols, if you don't use the right symbols in it, then it's treated as an exceptional failure or critical failure.
I would say that what you could do. So the symbols.
Is power stat then would be sufficient enough, like using presence and just symbols of that?
I think it'd be fine because even the example that they use is stamina plus medicine
Okay.
at the bottom of the paragraph. So I would say that presence plus expression would be that you more or less guide your pack into decorating you to look like your totem, and then you forcefully call out to your totem or act like your totem or something like that, right? Primal scream.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't howl. Don't howl.
I don't. Oh, she wants to, but okay. If you can't see the moon, does it still do it?
Well,
I couldn't remember what the specific condition was. Just curious. But I will go ahead, because this is going to take me a couple rolls, because it's 10 successes extended.
it is 10 successes,
It'll
yeah.
take 10 minutes at least.
Are
And
you
it lasts
howling at the moon?
No, I'm asking
No,
if it...
I told her not to.
Yeah, I'm not going to, but I was wondering if you have to see the moon, or if it's only when your moon is in the sky.
You hear a werewolf or wolf howl when your auspicious moon is in the sky.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the specific trigger.
Yikes.
So it's not one that you have to see.
Nope. It just has to be your auspicious moon at the time, and then somebody howls.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, no. I would
Luckily,
know
it does
that.
not go off from dog howls.
Well, that's good.
Thankfully.
It says werewolf or wolf, specifically.
Yeah.
All right, so you cross...
I have 6 dice.
You cross into the shadow, stepping across into the pockmarked, off-colored version of this basement. Ubatu is waiting for you, sitting on his back haunches, looking at you with those bright yellow eyes. Oh, I apologize. Never mind. He has bright blue eyes. That's right. Looking at you with his bright blue eyes. He turns his head to the side, and you begin your ritual.
They've probably done this before, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is probably something that Val taught her.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I will start rolling.
Please do.
Okay, so that's 1 success so far. Two.
2 successes.
God, this is gonna take a while. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on.
The first minute she has you paint her face, striping the blood down her nose and cheeks, accentuating the dog-like parts of it. She runs her hands through her hair, streaking the blood upwards, matting it into the blonde crown of hair that dangles down into her face. She drops to her knees, her hands flexing into the ground next to her, fingers digging, clawing. Her chest thrown upwards, skyward, her back arched as she begins to pant.
Ew, that one was a fail.
A fail, you say?
Yeah, but I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far.
If you fail a roll, I think you have to make your next one at a -1.
Do I? Okay.
I think so.
I don't remember how extended successes go.
I believe
Or
so.
extended rolls.
So you're only rolling with 5 dice. You can also spend willpower on these, don't forget. Thank you very much.
Yes, spend a
Oh,
willpower.
I didn't notice these modifiers.
Oh yes, you're in the distance of a locust. I forgot about that.
Yeah, okay.
Christine's a hero. She just brought me more
Plus
coffee.
1 for all participants are in Dalu form.
You're the only participant according to...
I'm the right master, but they're all participants, aren't they? Or I'm the only one who's getting the...
You're the only participant, but if you're in Dalu form, yeah.
Okay, so then I get +1.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, because I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, so I figure I should just roll 6 more dice and...
Why don't we just start from the beginning and we'll just count forward then?
What do you mean?
Well, so let's just start the rolls over because you're you're gonna have. Boop, boop, boop,
Okay, so
boop.
let's see. Okay.
So you're at +1 because your pack's totem is involved in a rite in a manner that draws on its symbolic nature. Boom, +1.
Yes.
All participants are wearing or showing symbols that indicate their shared purpose. You, yes, +1.
Okay.
Dolly form, +1.
Yep.
Your tribe is symbolically represented? No.
And my moon is not in the sky. Okay,
So what you're going to be doing is you're rolling 9 dice on your first roll. Go ahead.
-1 if it's between dawn and dusk.
It is not. It's between dusk and dawn.
Ha!
Mhm.
And everything else should be the same. So, okay. So
Yep.
I should be at 5, 6, +3.
And actually, add another +1 because it's normally gifts that do this, but you are in the area of your locus.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
if
gonna
you
give you
think that makes sense.
It gives you that for a gift, but it normally would give you a +2, but I'll give you a +1 for rights.
Okay. So that means I'm rolling 10 dice then instead. Okay, so let's start the door. So it's 2. Three more.
5 successes. Her clawed hands rend at the earth as she leans back. You can feel your canines extend. Dalu, your teeth are all stronger, sharper, your jaw heavier.
3 more.
Her back arches again, and then her chest slams forward, dropping her on knees and all fours, her bloodied face pressed toward Ubatu's. Ubatu's eyes lock with hers as he slowly approaches, his shoulders dipped low.
1 more. And then I just need 1 more.
Their foreheads press together, and you can see the smear of blood press against the shadow ephemera of the black dog spirit.
And I did it, and I've got, so that was 3 on that last one, so, +2, I guess, whatever that does, if nothing.
You will hear a crunching noise inside of Kate, like a vertebra relocating. She gasps in, as if to prepare for a scream, but as she does, you see the spirit form of Ubatu become ephemeral and pass into her lungs. There's the sound of her body shifting as the totem finds purchase. You look and see that her arms shiver as muscles shift and bulge. The vein on her bicep suddenly becomes thick, ropey, visible through the flesh. The cords on her neck stand taut, and as she looks up at you, you can see that her eyes have a distinctive blue hue to them, ringing the brown of her normal eyes. You feel strong, you feel good. I'm with you.
Alright.
Oh, I should be using my Vancouver mug. What am I doing with my life? Some of the sugar got in my water.
Sugar water.
Like a hummingbird, I drink. All
And
right.
cannot stop. I don't know.
I can't stop, won't stop. All right. And with that, you can stand up. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Alright. Let's go do this.
What forms are you all taking, just so I have it in mind?
I think I'm going to go Dalu.
Okay.
Makes the most sense to me.
Herschel.
Okay.
I'll go Dalu just in case I need to. Just in case something happens while I'm in there. Yeah.
Oh, I think I think I'm back up to full essence now. Plus
Nice.
5 for wolf. Or
Nice.
for dog. So
I believe that raises your pool by 5, doesn't it?
it does, yeah, it gives me 5 extra for now.
Perfect. That's great.
Mhm.
But I thought you said that we got an extra because we slept again, or we were at the locus
The
again.
locust.
We could,
Yep.
We could take some.
yeah. So I just had 1 to take.
Sounds good. Okay, and I'm just doing a quick check of something real quick. So you guys are crossing over into the spirit world. Right here. On East First. Okay. So... Sure, that's fine.
Did it cost to transfer over? I've forgotten.
Not a locust, is it?
No, not usually. You have to do
Okay.
a roll, but inside of your own locus, you're not under pressure, so I don't care.
Okay, and then it's in essence to shift into form, right?
I think if you're doing it instantly.
Yeah, if you're doing it reflexively, it costs an essence. If you're taking the turn, it doesn't.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So really, it only matters if you're changing in the middle of battle.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to activate Relentless Hunter as it goes for the full duration of Siskerda.
Okay.
And that's just one essence, so.
That sounds fantastic.
I will also activate my tireless hunt, which is a little different, but
Okay. So all of those things go on, and I am just double checking one final thing. All right. Then we are ready to go. The basement's shadow is imposing. You all prepare for the hunt, shifting into your preferred forms. Do you begin?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
You step out, leaving your den and the reflection of it, passing in to the urban shadow outside of it. Everything here has a dark hue to it. Everything has a shadow of purples and blues. Everything has an incandescent aura to it, a black light suggestion of something living in its shadow. Something living in the shadow. Where do you go?
So, do we know how to track it?
No, but I think I got a sense of the other spirit, the one that wanted us to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if we go find it, it'll help us find the one it wants done.
Yeah. I just couldn't remember if it told us where it was
did
last
not.
time. Okay.
No, because I think it was rolling in, basically, like in the front of the storm.
Right, okay.
yeah.
Nearby, as you come across, there's a flutter of motion in the sky. And you will see on the ropey vines that connect hollow, branchless trees to each other, a figure descends wearing a cloak of raven feathers.
Oh, convenient.
She perches and looks down at you. Her shape, a shifting mass of beaks and feathers. So, you've come.
Mm-hmm.
Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will take you. I have found it, and I have been waiting. It is not far.
Now in
Okay.
Urshel, I can still talk a little, right?
In Urshel, you cannot. It's Oh wait, no, yeah, Urshel you can.
Yeah.
Urhan, you cannot.
Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of bite out quiet, stealth.
Agreed.
Here's what will happen. It is some distance from here. You can make it on foot. I will fly ahead. I will circle twice, and then I will leave before it sees me.
Okay.
You have the trinkets.
Yes.
I hope you found them to your liking. I did my best to fashion them and call down the storm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You. It turns and looks at you, Kate. You are a strange one. You are like me. One body.
Not exactly.
You are two creatures blended into a perfected being. She reaches forward, and even from where she is 20 feet above you on those wires, you can see that her nails are crow's beaks. She flexes her feathery fingers toward you. Friend. And she takes off flying to the east. Pardon me, she takes off flying to the west. I need to learn my directions. And thus begins your run. The best thing about being a werewolf is that you never really get tired. You rush and continue, following down the umbral... Pardon me. Umbral is the right term. What am I talking about? The umbral version of First Avenue, Terminal Avenue. You take a left, arcing down what you recognize as the reflection of Quebec Street. On your left, you see what would be a McDonald's. In this case, it's a gaping maw, enticing tinier spirits in. Come, eat, fill your boots. Things are cheap here. A figure stands in the window staring at you, and for a moment, you will feel ice water flow into your veins as that tall, pale man with yellow skin and a bright red, waving mass of hair like a lion stares at you, smiling with impossibly large red lips that hint at the teeth beneath. As a spirit walks inside and takes the bait, you can see that this vaguely clown-like shape is connected, like the membrane on the underside of a tongue, to the deeper parts of the restaurant. The spirits enter. The entire building shudders and convulses, like clamping down. And there, the arches outside on the post, a lolling tongue licks its lips clean of residual essence. Sorry, I wanted to give you guys some nightmare fuel. Ronald McDonald is, in fact, part of an anglerfish.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's already nightmare fuel.
Yes, but then I gave him tentacles. There we go.
I mean, that's an easy way to make anything nightmare fuel.
Right. All right. As you continue down the way, you will find yourself running past your video store. And you can see little motes hanging by its reflection. Little dewdrops of black oil. As you run past, one of you will step in one of them, and instead of a splish, you will instead hear, my girl, I miss you. Little breadcrumbs like liquid drops of honey dotting the sidewalk, no larger than a palm. Darkenings, spirits of emotions, left. If left long enough, these spirits will probably roll into one larger one, enough to hunt, enough to consist, and enough to probably drive someone well into despair or depression. Not all psychological conditions are born by spirits, but they don't help. but you continue your way. You veer down off of 2nd Avenue, which goes diagonal just past a few of the other spiritual reflections, a liquor store that tries to coax people in, spirits of violence, spirits of merriment, making carnal love on the sidewalk. Spirits rubbing against each other, fornicating, rending each other apart in an orgy of violence and pleasure. They pause as you approach, wait for you to get out of range, and then continue cavorting. You move further. Down to the edge of your territory. Let's see. Oh, actually, my bad. You would not have gone that direction. You would have just gone straight down Quebec Street, which is the edge of your territory. There. You see that right at the corner, actually not terribly far from the dead mall, a hotel chain looms high in the sky. Spirits wander in and out through the front doors which spin open for them. The building is, in the real world, in the other world I should say, not terribly tall. Simple. At its highest, 10 floors. Here, it's double that. Reaching up into the sky, an impossible number of rooms, the best in the West, they say. The raven spirit, the Magath, flies up, circles the tower of the hotel in a wide arc, and then vanishes into the clouds. From her angle, you can see that she definitely was showing the roof. What do you do?
I'll look to Megan for confirmation, since the sneaky part is her specialty.
Megan will essentially kind of mime as much as she can in near wolfy form, with a couple words thrown in. Well, I guess we're going up.
Let me check the building, I guess. Kate will, if we're right up next to it, once she can touch it, she'll, take control of, the building.
Okay.
To see.
Does that work the same in the spirit world?
It says if any building, as far as I can tell.
Unless the building is awakened, it will work, and this building is not awakened. It is a slumbering building spirit, so I'll allow it.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I'm also, I know where all the doors are. I don't know what's in it. Like, I can't necessarily, I don't get to see what the whole building is doing in terms of what's in it, but I can know where all the doors are.
What you're going to do is, if this matters to you at all, it is, if you would like to look at the building, it's basically just double its height, but it is the Best Western in Mount Pleasant, Vancouver. You can just Google it.
Sure.
It's one of the taller buildings in the neighborhood, and in the spirit world, it is the tallest building in that localized area. There's a condo building nearby, but it's actually not quite as large in the spirit.
In which part of downtown or Vancouver?
It is on Main Street. Oh, pardon me, it's not on Main Street. It's on 1A. If you need me to link you, let me know. But
the heck is going on here? Okay, here. This might be it. Is it?
It's right next to the Dead Mall and Guelph Park.
Okay. My phone is not helping me here.
It's totally fine. It's actually
very
fairly
dumb.
irrelevant. I just wanted to give you a mental image. It's a tall building of glass and of glass and steel with numerous sunshine colors painted up of oranges and yellows, mimicking the sunlit sky. Of course, the sun is not up here. Above you, you can see the eyelid of Mother Luna looking down across the land. In the sky, you can see the ephemeral shapes of silver loons floating around, bringing moonlight downward. The building itself is a giant L, perhaps a J, the way that it arcs up slightly. As you touch it, the doors are obvious. There are a number of entrances, one very near you that will take you to either an elevator or a stairwell. In the shadow, stairs are a far more pleasant option.
Stairs.
Running inside, you can see that a creature stands just inside the front door. It's a tall, thin human made of steel. It has a single eye in the center of its forehead that looks at you, stares, turns and looks at the next of you. As you pass, it seems like it is making note of each of your faces as you enter.
Okay.
Behind the counter, which is long and thin and much wider, I realize that those two descriptions don't necessarily work together, so give me a second. It is long and short is what I meant, not thin, but much wider, pushing the faceless front deskman back. You see faceless individuals made like dolls, dressed in the same uniform. Their faces pin cushions, with rearranged pins in the shape of a smile. As you approach, their heads pivot on their form, and you see the pins arc a bit higher, the smile a bit more manic. Do you just head to the stairwell?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Should we get Megan to go first? Because she's the kind of stealth leader.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
As you press to the stairwell, you will hear in first tongue from one of the creatures behind the counter. Friend, welcome guest. Would you wish to stay here? Honored guests.
They're just visiting.
Which guest are you visiting? Privacy is paramount.
Guys.
Slip away!
Okay.
One essence. I won't be remembered.
Okay. Are you just going to run up the stairwell?
No, I'm gonna use that to leave no memory, and then I'm gonna kind of just be like, stealth.
Okay.
Hide behind a plant.
Hide behind a plant? Okay, what do the rest of you do?
Jade's
I
looking
wanna be
at the
forgotten.
others, looking concerned and confused.
Yeah.
Which probably looks very weird with the blood all over her face.
Oh, man.
Are you looking to stay here, honored guests? Our rates are reasonable.
What are your rates?
How long would you like to stay with us? Just for the night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure, that makes sense. Let's do that.
A small gift of essence is all that is
Yeah,
required.
Ah, okay, I can do that.
Please. And as it says that, it holds out a dull, pale hand to you, looking like it's been stitched out of canvas. Are you ready to
How do we give the essence?
hold out your hand?
The hand.
Okay, sure. I'll do that.
The creature has no bones. This becomes immediately apparent as its neck stretches away from its perfect red suit, stretches and rotates like pulled putty, its mouth stretching wide and clamping around your finger. You feel serrated teeth, hundreds and hundreds of them, like giant cats' tongues, bite into the flesh of your hand and siphon away. You're going to take a point of essence loss.
Okay.
You'll also take a point of bashing damage, but it will immediately heal. It retracts, its head reattaching to the right place between its shoulders. Here you are. Please take this. It reaches across and hands you a small, square maggot that writhes as it touches your flesh.
Okay.
This will give you access to any room that you, in the common area that you would use, as well as the lift.
Thanks.
The creature in your palm makes a shrieking, squirming noise.
Okay. Can I put it in a pocket?
Yes, you can. It will continue writhing in your pocket, but
Lovely.
Going in a pocket. It's just gonna stay there.
okay. All right. So what do you do then?
Let's go up the stairs now.
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach the stairs, you will see there's an elevator right there.
I'm not taking the elevator. I don't
Okay.
trust it.
You don't trust it? Okay.
No. Not in the
Spirit World elevator.
Not in
Trust
Twilight.
much around here.
Please enjoy your stay, honored guests.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your hospitality.
They smile at you, the pins stretching upward like little pocket voodoo dolls. You take the stairs. It takes a while to climb up, nearly 20 stories. The stairs come at strange, random angles. Some are a third of a stair, like a stiletto jutting out. Some are twice as thick. Some are 4 times as high.
Why does the spiritual concept of stairs make them worse than reality?
Looking down gives you a slight sense of vertigo, but you'll be able to keep going.
I feel like I'm in a Escher painting.
Just don't look down.
It keeps winding and winding, but you will eventually make your way to the very top.
Couldn't they be like the stairs at Hogwarts? Just like...
I feel like
Stand
that
on
would
them
be
and they
worse.
move.
Or
That's
just
true.
an escalator. If they were just an escalator, that would be nice too.
Do you have your key out?
I will pull out my maggot.
Okay. The thing in your pocket writhes enough that you pull it out. And as you do, the stairs are going to undulate like lapping tongues and start.
This is worse.
You are going to start.
Back.
You'll feel yourself start being lifted up.
Oh God. Why?
Almost like you find yourself moving up the stairwell.
Oh,
Like
thank
you're
you.
riding on the lump of the lump in a throat that's swallowing.
Ugh.
That undulating. You will make it to the very top. And the creature in your palm will have access.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
This is fine.
Access.
I'm gonna put it back in my pocket.
Yeah.
And because I still have control over all the doors in the building, we'll just open the door.
Okay, and this would be, Megan, if you wanted to activate that power, this is the time where you would do it.
Okay, so Hunter's Aspect.
Hunter's aspect.
Yeah, I'll pause before opening the door to like
Oh.
check with everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually shift into Garu. Oh, and I want to activate something too.
You want to shift into Garu the moment the combat starts.
Yeah, not
What?
before.
Okay.
Because you only have a limited number of rounds in it.
Ooh.
And must attack.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's
So-
primal urge
I'll
plus
wait,
stamina
I'll
in rounds.
Mhm.
Okay, so what you are going to do is Hunter's Aspect. So, Megan, it's attribute plus skill plus auspice renown.
I know.
Okay, and that is a contested roll of versus my composure plus primal urge.
Good luck.
Well, I use my resistance instead. So,
Which is a pretty big pool.
yes, you are using... Oh, you know what? Actually, it's less resistance because it's lightning based. It doesn't have very much resistance.
This is only true if I don't stop getting 10s.
Oh, that's true.
My
Right,
dice
it's
love me, okay?
You know what? Fair. I only got...
Also, yeah.
I only got
So.
2 successes, actually, out of my incredible number of dice.
Uh-huh. Why are you face bombing?
I got over
Hey.
10.
Okay, we'll take a beat.
Got 12, in fact.
12. All right, so take
Wow.
a
I
beat.
just kept rolling 10s.
So you are an
Why
uratha.
you regularly microwave your dice?
These have never been near a microwave in their life.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So you are going to activate that and immediately get a sense of this. A sense of where it is and how to use this to the greatest degree. I will explain that to you very shortly. Caitlin, you said that Claire was going to do something?
Yeah, I want to activate Killer Instinct.
Okay.
It's my full moon gift.
Okay.
It just gives me 8 again on brawl and weaponry.
Perfect.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so otherwise what we were going to do was at least I was going to do the first attack
Yeah.
by using my Eviscerate Moon Gift.
Okay, so before we go in here, I'd like everyone to roll initiative in advance. That is 1d10 plus your initiative modifier.
Which, remember, might be different depending on which form you're in.
Yeah.
Or will be.
Yes.
It only might be. Dollar doesn't
Okay,
change.
So,
That does it.
okay,
It's whatever.
Mine
Alters
does
your
because my dexterity went up.
Yeah, it.
Oh, well, yeah, yours does.
did anybody get above 20?
No.
15.
19.
Okay. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13.
13.
Okay.
12. 12
Yeah.
for Kate.
And Claire?
8.
Okay.
My dex isn't great.
That's fine. You're the hammer that comes at the end.
It's true.
It's strategic because its defense is lowered by that point.
Yeah.
Ah.
Alright.
And actually, I'm in a really good spot in the initiative for my stuff too. So
That's true.
When can I activate my hunter's aspect?
At any point right now.
Okay.
you
so,
may not want to if it's going to alert it to our presence. Like mine specifically gives it a sense of dread.
I don't
Um,
think mine does. It just means that we don't. Our defense doesn't go down
Yeah, then
when
do
we're
it.
fighting it.
Okay. Yep. That's the isolating aspect.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and do that. That's a contested roll versus me.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Double check.
Any of the Hunter's aspects are.
Oh,
So
what's my
it's-
roll for it then?
You.
Attribute. So it's one of the power attributes.
So it's a power attribute
Um,
plus skill plus auspice renown.
Right. Okay.
So I picked, I think, int and stealth as my ones, as most fitting
Yeah, I was going. Okay, so mine are. So once it notices me, I'll activate it because mine is presence. Plus.
Yeah.
I think I was going with expression.
Sounds good. It is an instant action to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, sorry, what was the other thing? Plus. Primal.
Your
renown.
Plus
which
honor.
for me is honor. Okay. So
All right.
I think that's 8 dice for me.
Yeah, it's the auspice renown.
All right, so
Just tell me when you want me to roll that.
I will. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
The door ahead of you barely fits on its frame. It's an iron door, a sheet of iron with no handle, but it occasionally just slaps against the building, awkwardly fitted, too large to actually, or too long to actually fit into the mouth of the door. Your prey is on the other side. Do you push out, Megan?
Yeah, I will try and do it as stealthily as possible.
You will easily do so. The roof is a large rectangle. The low wall that acts as a railing around the side of the building is only 3 feet tall and arcs slightly inward like a cupped hand. Lying at the center of the roof, curled up, is a vortex. A being made of lightning and storm cloud, looking very much like a snake wrapped around puffs of cotton, curled up like a snake slumbering in a pile. As you touch on the roof, you can feel your hair begin to stand on end. The entire roof is charged with a little bit of static electricity from being this near Sleeping Thunder. You think that you can sneak around to its back without it noticing you. It has a rough sense of its eyes, its face, but you imagine that that could easily shift.
Mm-hmm.
Silently you creep across the rooftop, hanging low into the darkened shadows. Above you, you can see that there is a halo of thunderclouds forming, blotting out Mother Luna's eye. The arrogance of this spirit fuels your blood. All right, and with that, the rest of you, are you trying to sneak onto the roof as well, or are you just going to explode out once Megan hits?
Oh, I'm gonna explode out. I'm not sneaky.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's
Yeah.
better if we explode out when she hits.
All right,
I don't have a sneaky bone in my body.
that sounds...
I have 1 dot of sneak.
Okay. So, what we are going to do is... Megan, what are you doing?
So in Urshal form, I can't really wield this spike, can I?
You cannot.
Okay. So what I want to do is shift into Garu
As you do.
and immediately attack with Eviscerate
Okay.
with this spike.
Okay, go ahead.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's spend 1 to shift up.
Does Eviscerate... That gives you the rote quality, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you still have my defense. Well, I guess I can't see you technically. I don't. With you know what? You got that many successes on isolated, or
Or on.
on your
Unaware.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's an
I'm
unaware
gonna-
condition.
You got double exceptional success. I'm gonna deny it its defense on this first attack.
Nice.
Like,
Okay.
Hit it good, Christine.
So this is going to be a weaponry attack. I'm guessing that's with strength.
yes.
Okay.
How could have just used you?
Eight.
8 successes.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Ooh.
Yes. the rope thing really helped.
Okay, and did you add +1 for... Oh, wait, no, so you did not add +1 for the spike, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, because that just applies after damage, so that's actually 9 levels of aggravated damage.
Holy
crap.
Wow.
All right.
Does that count as a beat?
That does count as a beat, yes.
Sweet.
All right, so with a sudden surge, you will watch this wolf shift up into its full form. There's an explosion of electricity as you bury this spike deep inside, so much so that the stake is actually going to explode in your hand from the force of that blow.
Damn it.
And yeah,
crap, I'm down a weapon.
Should probably take mine, but we'll deal with that.
Electricity courses across the rooftop, and it roars in anger. And with that, we're going to enter combat now. So, it is going to rear up at this point, feeling itself be attacked. And, yeah, I think we're just going to go into normal initiative at this point. I think so.
Cool.
So, what I want to know is, what is your defense, my friend? Megan?
Ngaru, 6.
6, and do you have armor? I believe you have
Do
1
I?
point. In Garu, I believe you have 1 point of armor.
It does not say that anywhere, so I have no idea.
Does it not?
Nope. Not on
No.
the sheet, at least. There is a space for armor on Dalu, Urshel, and Urhan.
Oh, maybe.
But as far as I'm aware, I don't have any.
Maybe
so.
you don't anymore. Okay, so that means... Oh, there are my stats. Okay, so I don't have enough dice. Oh, actually I do, because so I need to put 3 dice away. All right, it is going to roar up, and in first tongue, you are going to hear the sound of this deep, crackling voice. Half-breed! And it is going to strike out at you like a coiled snake, and you are going to take 5. Okay, and those have 9 again.
Uh-oh.
Cool. You're going to take 6 levels of lethal damage as it surges into you, catching you strongly in the chest. You're going to feel your ribs shatter as this closes around your form in Garu. You're going to feel your bones snap, piercing your internal organs. You're going to feel your stomach rupture, the blood coursing into it, the acid burning the fur of your stomach as it throws you backwards. And we are in combat. Megan, it is your turn. You're going to hit the ground rolling, come up, and as you do, you're going to feel all of the bones unsnap in distinct unison.
Right. So does regen handle all lethal?
All lethal damage at the beginning of your turn.
Sweet.
Holy crap.
Yeah, Garu form is amazing now.
Amazing.
And let's,
Right, and
But it's only
how many
limited.
turns am I allowed in it?
Primal Urge
Stamina.
plus stamina.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah.
So 5. Okay. I will
It's
start keeping track.
It's limited,
So
but
I've
it's super
Had
potent.
1 turn so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my spike's gone, so I'm just going to probably slash it because I've got a specialty in raking claws.
Okay, so rushing forward, you're going to. My defense is 11.
Okay.
Now, did it,
So-
because it's been hit, did it go down at all as defense?
No, because it just had a turn. So
Every turn.
defense resets on your turn.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah. All right, so rushing forward, so you are down 11 dice on this.
Jesus Christ.
I warned you guys. You can do it, though.
I didn't realize it
believe.
was going to be quite that bad.
I believe in you.
I think we
Wow.
forgot that defense directly subtracts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have no dice.
Do you
It's
have
taken my entire pool away.
how many negative are you?
So let me
Can
see.
you willpower it?
willpower, if I do that, will leave me 1 dice.
So it's not
a chance die.
It's not a chance dice then.
No. All right, I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
I spend willpower.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 10.
Okay.
Okay, that's another one.
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Holy shit!
Are you kidding? Really?
No.
The power.
Okay, that was a 9.
4 successes.
Do you have 9 again?
All right.
On a 1 die.
Do you have 9 again?
Not on brawl.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
have
So
a lot of other stuff, but not brawl.
so with a
wish I
snarl,
could
you're
give it to
going
you.
to rush forward and are going to slash it directly across its throat as it uncoils. This creature is a surging force of nature, and as you come toward it, it's actually going to extend ephemeral hundreds of tiny crackling lightning arms, which is going to give you a perfect chance to slash at its underbelly. It's going to roar as you do so. And Brighton,
And
you're up.
Garu claws are too lethal.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to
Well,
burst out from the door
okay.
and book it so that I can attack.
Sounds good. You burst out from the door.
Yeah, I'm going to attack with the stake thing.
Okay. My defense is 10 now.
Yeah.
Get some combat music in the background here. What are you? No, not that. This.
Okay, I spend willpower. I also have 1 die. And I get 1 success. I get an 8.
Do you actually?
I do. On 1 die, I get an 8.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so that... Shit.
Wow.
Okay.
So
that's 1 success plus 1 additional damage for the stake itself. And do you have any additional damage you deal for your shiv?
No, but what it allows me to do is it allows me to use my street fighting merit. So when I make a successful, either unarmed or with a shiv weapon attack, my opponent suffers a -1 to his next roll.
Okay, that's very helpful.
I'm also reflexively spending an essence to activate that gift I just bought down the prey, and giving it another -2 penalty for its next roll.
Now, did you shift into Garu this turn?
No, I'm in Dalu.
Okay, you're in Dalu doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that means that next turn is at a -3 total?
Yes.
Okay. Jesus, guys. Okay. Brighton, you are going to rush up in Dalu and plunge this stake into its back. The stake does not explode and does remain in your hand. Kate, it's your turn.
So I am still in Dalu, but I'm kind of thinking I should switch to Garu.
You should.
I'm gonna do that. It's also
Always switch to Garu.
From what you've seen from the cover, that first strike that Megan did was an incredibly potent, crippling blow. But her claw swipe, although an amazing feat of speed and dexterity, you realize now that the spirit is definitely a higher ranked one. Your claws don't appear to do lethal damage to it.
Okay, so
it just means you have to hit it more.
Yeah, basically. I like hitting things. So 7. So I've got you said my specialty in improvised weaponry would apply?
Will apply, yeah, because it's not actually a fashioned weapon.
I have 1 dot in weaponry. So that's +2, I'm guessing there. And then the weapon itself is a +1?
The weapon itself, no. You only add to damage afterwards.
Okay. I see. So I think I've got 2,
So
4, 6.
its defense is now 9.
9. So I'm down to none, unless I spend a willpower. Because I have 9 total right now.
Well, you have one more option, and that you could try to distract it instead of doing damage.
Okay.
In which case, your your bonus would apply to the next attacker.
The teamwork bonus, which would apply to Claire's attack.
So basically what you would do is you would rush, you take a swing at it using a teamwork attack. If you got any successes, Claire would get them.
Yeah. So I would want to be
nice.
speedy then to try and, or maybe distract it without getting hit.
Yeah, so this would be, it basically would be a feint. You would like go for the eyes and then Claire would stab it in the back.
Am I able to do that as a Gauru?
You absolutely are, because it's still an attack.
Okay, cool. So what would I roll for that then? Or
It would just be a
is it
normal
teamwork?
attack, but you would add your +3 from your teamwork merit.
That's true. Okay, so it's
Still spend willpower
so
if
I
you
wouldn't
want.
be spending. I wouldn't be using my weapon though, would I?
You absolutely could.
You just wouldn't be doing damage with it.
You're doing it to position, not to damage.
Okay.
Now,
So-
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you an idea because of how you wanted to play Kate.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because I don't know how that would have worked entirely. So
If we keep playing this game for another year, you'll have this down pat.
I sure will. Okay, so that would be my. So there's my strength pool. That's my weapon and attack. Then I was gonna spend willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Spend that. It's that. And then I have my +3 for teamwork.
Yep.
Okay. Damn it, should have hit that.
Cool. So it's -9 to that pool, whatever it is.
3, 6, 9. So I'm still rolling 6 dice.
Nice.
Hopefully these are the ones that like me.
Really? Wow, that's a huge pool.
Please. What?
That's
No,
nice.
because I had 9, and then I had 6 more. Like that would have removed my entire pool. But if I'm doing my teamwork plus my willpower,
Oh, give it.
okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. Rushing in, you are going to aim at one of these sharpened stakes directly at its torso. It looks at it coming and arcs out of the way. Unfortunately, that's exactly what you wanted it to do. Claire. So, the way we're going to do this
Alright.
nice and easy, build
Yeah.
your pool and then subtract 6 from it.
Oh,
Oh, pardon me,
6.
subtract
Oh.
5 from it.
5.
Well,
Oh.
it'll be -8,
Okay.
but +3 for Kate's successes.
Nice. Okay, sounds good. All right, so I'd like to burst out, shifting up into Garu as well,
Okay.
and I'd like to also pop my what's it called? My gift of strength, purity.
So that's 1 essence and 2 essence. Spend those
Yeah.
and it's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, got it. So I will rush at it with the stake and take a swing. So in Garu, I have 6. I have 6 strength, but then adding my purity, I'll have 9 strength.
Holy crap.
And then, so do the improvised weaponry ones count then? Because I have that as well.
Yeah, I gave it to Kate, so you get it too.
Yeah,
Alright,
because I have a
so
specialization,
I do as well.
'Kay.
Oh no. Oh, so not the merit?
not the merit.
Not the merit, no.
Dang. Okay. that's
I
fine.
just doubled up.
That's fine. That's alright. Okay, so 9 strength plus my 2 weaponry.
Mhm.
Okay, and then I'll add some willpower.
Okay,
Add
that
1
sounds
willpower.
good. So,
That will give
and then
me
just
14, and then subtract 5
so
is
you've got
going to be
9
9.
successes, or 9 dice.
9 successes.
Why
Alright,
not?
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Alright, well, let's see here. I only got 2.
2. All right, so that's 2 successes. So 3 points of aggravated damage. Okay, so that's going to turn into that, and that's going to... Oh, God. Okay, so it arcs into the way as you shift up, race out, and stab your stake into its side. As you do, your stake is going to snap off in your hand. it is going to spin around, and in a deep guttural first tongue is going to call out, "Why? Why, traitors of the moon?" And is going to do that, I guess. Okay, fire starter. There we go. So first off, you are going to see the torn motes of its essence from Megan's claws are going to seal up as it heals itself. But it struggles. The ripped, torn rents of essence from your stake wounds seem to be unable to heal.
Nice.
I need to know, everyone here, what is your... let's see, it's okay. Okay, so here's the deal here. Living creatures penalize the roll by stamina. So I actually have to make this against... I can do this against all of you at once. Fantastic. What is everyone's stamina right now?
3. Wait.
Yeah, you're in Garu form. It should be at least 5.
Yeah.
Mine is 5.
5? 4?
Mine's 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Megan, what's yours? 5?
5.
Okay, so I'm penalized by 5 on this
Also
one.
5. Yeah.
Okay, because I take the highest of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So this is power plus mass. That's 22, 17. Okay. Oh shit.
That's an ominous sound.
My shit? Yeah.
Did you also take the -3?
Oh shit. I'm gonna re-roll that pool because that was gonna suck.
I'm helping.
Woo!
Fuck you, Jen.
That's why I wait until after he rolls to ask.
Oh my god.
Jen!
Okay. So, it is going to... Alright, so that didn't work. Okay. It is going to spiral around you, slamming its torso into you as it, like a snake trying to escape out of a cage, starts slamming into everything around it. You feel like this electricity is tearing through you like sparking knives. All of you are going to take 4 levels of lethal damage each.
Quite.
Okay.
And I need all of you who are in all of your forms, actually, to make me a... Is it just a stamina roll? I think it is, actually. So go ahead and roll your stamina. I just need 1 success.
So that just... Okay, yeah.
Then it's your modified stamina. So
Yeah. Right, I have
2?
+2 from being in
Good
Garu.
for me.
okay.
1. For a
Yeah.
second I thought that was a 6, and I was like, So I know how many things I rolled that weren't.
Okay.
3.
But 1.
True. 3. All right.
3.
So Kate, you did not beat it. So as this is swirling around you, actually you said 3, and who got 2?
I did.
Okay. The 3 of you are on fire.
Oh.
okay.
You will continue to take 1 point of lethal damage per round until you put yourself out. However, you are in Garu form, so...
Meh.
Yeah.
Flaming Garu.
Oh my god.
your hair ignites as this electricity courses through you, and you begin to just feel incredibly hot, which just makes you angrier. Megan, you are up.
Do we have to
Okay.
make death rage rolls
Well,
at any point?
No,
for
you didn't
damage?
take. You didn't take enough damage.
Okay.
You have to enter one of your final health boxes.
Cool.
I guess I'm making the same roll I did last time.
Okay.
So it's refreshed all its defense again, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Shit. How much was that again?
11.
Hell.
So many.
Reminder,
That's pretty close.
what Kate did, you can do down the chain.
Oh, I suck at rolling.
But Claire, you're the tank.
Yeah, I have so much health.
It's true.
So,
We need
Or-
to play. We need to distract.
or
So that
you can just try to
beat it.
claw it. You can discorporate it with your claws. It just basically, it takes only bashing damage from your claws right now, which
And then
more,
it heals.
more or less is half damage, but it can only heal in its turn.
And who's after me?
Everybody.
Me.
Yeah, but who's the next person who'd
Right.
get it?
Me,
Right.
me specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I will spend willpower again, and
You are
Try
point
and-
blank, so you can all out attack if you want to sacrifice your defense.
what does that do?
Gives you a +2 on your attack roll.
But it means you have no defense if it decides to attack you.
Yeah. Yep.
All in!
God damn it.
And Garu, I'm not thinking caution.
That's
I mean,
true.
That gives me 3 dice. You know what I can do with 3 dice?
A lot, apparently.
So,
Yeah. Consider it's all 10s.
are you shitting me?
No, I'm not! I can't believe this either. I should be used to this by now, but it just keeps happening. These dice you bought me love me.
Merry
This is
Christmas.
what happens when you give gifts.
Kelly infused them with GM love, apparently.
It's STL. ST Love.
I don't like that name.
It's not. It's not. I didn't give her. Never mind.
I'm still rolling, guys.
Are you shitting me?
No,
Holy
I
shit.
keep.
How do you keep getting that many 10s?
I don't know. Like, I kind of want to put my cell phone up to film this shit
Yeah.
because it feels like nobody's going to believe me.
Hold those dice up to the no. How many did you get?
I haven't stopped yet. Okay, that finishes it. The 9.
9?
No. I rolled a 9 just now.
Okay.
So it stopped the chain.
Okay. I was like, on 3 dice, you got 9 successes.
No, I got 11. Oh my god, I'm gonna die so bad in the next game.
And then we broke the ST.
11 successes.
At least it wasn't 64 like that one you were telling me about in an old game.
My werewolf. It wasn't 64 successes, but it was like 12 successes on a
No,
point.
I think you were telling me about it for somebody else.
No, it was me, but it was a single die that kept rolling.
Oh, and there was another game I remember because it was my very first White Wolf game ever, where Sheena had like 32 dice and 0 successes
Yeah.
because it was Old World.
It's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
All right.
And so in Old World, with one subtracting, she just ended up with 0.
Aw.
Guaranteed, like this is only in the beginning of the game still. So at some point this is gonna turn on me and I'm gonna roll all 1s.
Megan, the coiling spirit of thunder and fog is all around you. It wraps around and partially through you, partially merging over your burning fur. With a roar, you will tear upwards. What do you do? Where do you strike it?
Probably just go over center mass as the easiest target.
Okay.
I'm going specifically as Raking Claws, because that's what I get a bonus in.
Okay. So
But- I mean, I can always get in there with my teeth as well.
you lunge inward, raking and clawing and tearing, and you find one of the holes that was left by your stab, or Claire's stab, or Brighton's, and you dig your fingers deep, and with a tremendous roar, most unbecoming of an uratha, you are going to rip the spirit in half.
Shit, I actually got it?
You got it.
What?
The
We
spirit,
did a lot of ag.
the spirit collapses on the ground
Crap.
next to you and begins
Nice.
to explode into motes of energy, electricity arcing around. Shockwaves ripping over you. All of you are still on fire, by the way. I'd like a dexterity and stamina roll to put yourselves out.
Okay.
I'm not on fire though, right?
You're not on fire. You're
Yay.
singed, but you're not actively on
I love
fire.
how I'm the only one in Dalu and the only one not on fire.
When you go Garu, you go on fire.
Someone
So
write down.
hard.
Oh, good. I have at least one success here. All right, 2 successes to put myself out.
All right. You'll always
God,
be.
why couldn't I have done this earlier? I got
Hey.
5 successes.
Hey,
Put
Megan.
myself out.
Take a beat for that.
Thanks.
I would get the worst, shittiest luck after that.
Would you?
None? Do you
I
critically
got
fail?
0.
Okay.
God.
There's
Critically fail
like
for
3
defeat?
ones in that group, by the way,
Okay.
too.
So,
Wow.
would you like to turn this into a dramatic failure for a beat?
Yes, I
All
would.
right.
I've never done that option before.
So
Yes, I would.
take your beat for the take a beat for the slaying roll as well because it was exceptional. So you're just milking beats like crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Hate that phrasing.
Which part of it? I don't actually remember what I said. Taking
It's okay.
taking beats like crazy.
Milking beats
Milking.
like crazy.
Oh well, that's how you get beat juice.
I don't like
Delicious beet juice.
I don't
You're right,
like
I was thinking, like, mental image was milking a cow. So it was just like color.
Same.
But it's like a
just-
beet. You're just
yeah.
wringing it out.
Yeah, you're just getting beets out.
That's how you make borscht.
still hate this.
Milking the beet.
Oh,
I hate it. I hate all of this.
Get strong on beet juice. I have so many quotes going in my notebook tonight.
You go on fire.
All right.
Flaming Garu.
I am dramatically failing on being on fire.
All right. I need
Oh
you to
my
make me a
God.
resolve and composure roll immediately.
Okay.
What you're going to see is that you put yourselves out. Turning back, you see that Megan is still engulfed in flame that goes from red to white hot and starts searing away the skin of her arm.
Oh
No.
no.
Oh,
She
no.
lets out a blood-curdling howl as she enters Wasuim. How many did you
Good.
get on
1.
the... Yeah, 1? And manages to
And 2 ones.
manages to hold herself back from the verge of Wasuim, the Death Rage. Yeah. With nothing to attack, though, you are going to be suffering that roll every round until you shapeshift back to normal, which you can spend an essence to do right now.
Mhm.
All right.
I was on fire.
Yep. As you do so, you're still on fire. You are on the verge of Wasuim. Kate, would you like to use your auspice power?
Kate would like to shift out of Garu so she doesn't end up having to make rolls
Okay.
for Death Rage with nothing to attack.
hmm
And yes, would like to try
Seeing a
and
pattern so far.
what?
Each time a threat of death rage, I fail.
Because you're the
That's
crazy
just
one.
Last time I got forced out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So everyone who wants to shift down can.
And
Yeah.
can I assist in
I'm gonna
putting
stay
out
in
the,
Dalu.
Yes, all of you
putting
can.
out the Garu?
If you just
teamwork roll?
if you spend a turn putting her out, you may do so.
Yes, and I will also keep her from shifting or pull her back from Death Rage.
All right. Calming her down. You are you going to shift out of Garu form, Megan?
If I've calmed down enough,
You cannot calm down in Garu form, so you can spend an essence to force yourself out. Well, I guess actually
no,
the
not so much that. I meant, can I calm down enough to try and put myself out of fire again?
I think that they're going to have to spend around putting you out while you resolve in composure.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of the sequence of events. You're so angry that you can't do anything but attack.
And you're on fire.
And you're on
Attack
fire.
the fire.
So you can't even shift out because you're on the verge of Death Rage.
Yeah.
So Kate has to knock you out of it. but you're on fire, so you might go right back into it. So give me another resolve and composure roll.
Three.
Okay. So you're going to gain 3 rounds. They put you out, and as you look up, your eyes darting around the roof with a feral intensity, Kate is going to call down her moon aspect and pull you out.
Which is something along the lines of, get to your senses, bitch!
Very calming. Very calming.
Kate.
You know what? That's probably enough if she does that to push it all the way. Can you be in human form in the shadow realm?
Absolutely.
Sure.
You can go to Hishu.
I'm going to shift all the way back down.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Just as that's happening, because there's not much that Brighton can really do aside from just make sure that hopefully Megan doesn't kill us all. I'm staying in Dalu and just keeping an eye around us as well.
All right. As you flop down onto the rooftop, the motes of electricity around you will fade out of being. Now, all of you at this point have a very important question that you can ask. You can either force the learning of a gift from the spirit. I think it actually has to carve it into you.
Doesn't have to be alive for us to do that.
I think it does,
and we
actually.
exploded it.
So, yeah, you explode it.
I don't think we get anything from it.
We're
just going to eat the essence.
So
probably.
you have 21 points of essence.
Okay, well, I'm going to take 3 of those, at least. I'm going to take 3 of those, actually, total, because that's how much I've spent.
Okay. I think you all can go to full.
Yeah, I would like to take my 4.
I only spent 1, so I'll just...
Ooh. Okay, well, I'm down 5, so...
Collapsing to the ground, you can see that Megan has a very significant portion of her side that's been burned. You're going to have a permanent scar along your ribs and 1 point of aggravated damage.
Scars are sexy.
Yeah. So this is I rolled to see where this took, and I rolled your midsection. So it's basically right in the strip of ribs under your right breast.
Yeah, I thought Claire was going to get a battle scar for her hot date, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
No, Megan gets it.
Can we... So for lethal damage, we can either just wait for it to heal, or can we spend essence to heal it, or is that just ag?
1-1. 1 for 1.
Okay. Then I'm going to heal the whatever lethal we took. I think we took 4.
Oh, yeah. I took 4. Didn't we? Would I have healed that before we switched back?
You healed it because you were in Garo.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Oh,
that
you weren't.
So you can...
Right.
Yep,
so I'll take the 5 essence then and use 4 of mine to heal those 4 lethal.
All right.
So that I'm healed up.
As you lay on the roof catching your breath, feeling the weight of the spirit's death all around you. So
on that note, how do I go about dealing with ag?
You have to rest.
Okay, it's just time. That's all it can.
Time will heal it, and it's not great, but it is what it is. I would like everyone to do me a favor. If you could do me this, I'm assuming you've killed the spirit and discorporated it entirely as per your promise.
Yep. Yeah.
So, you all have achieved a breaking point towards spirit.
So I have actually done 2 breaking points because the totemic empowerment is also a breaking point.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
yes.
Shoot.
Okay. So first, this is you hit a breaking point. Okay, so
no, I probably have to do that roll first because I did it first, or would I do it after it resolves because it lasts until sunrise?
So you'll do it at the end of the night, but we're going to do it right now just for ease because the night's basically over. Okay. So the roll is just seeing if there's anything else that applies here. Okay. So your base pool is resolve and composure, apparently.
Excellent.
Oh no.
I have 1 in composure.
Me too.
It has not been working well for me recently.
Resolve and composure.
Mm-hmm.
So this one will be for the...
This is for... So
spirit.
just do this one first.
Yeah, okay.
So, and then 1... Yeah. Okay.
Okay. How many successes are we looking for?
1.
Okay, so I got 2. So
that's all I got.
It was 1 success.
Jesus.
Okay.
Resolve and
my other
composure
one?
apparently doesn't like me.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my dice just trolled me. I got 337, and then I got one of them that was just spinning, and then it was a 10.
Oh, was it?
Oh!
All right, and Brighton.
9.
9 successes?
Jesus Christ!
Yes.
Oh my god.
I
don't care at all.
I
You
have
got
9
this.
dice. I have 9 dice to roll.
Take a beat.
I have 4 dice.
And 4 as
Nice.
well.
I have resolve 5 and composure 4.
Take
wow.
a beat for that. I'm going to say that.
Thank you.
That's ridiculous. Okay.
All right.
And Kate, go ahead
I'll
and give me
roll
that roll again.
Okay. None.
Okay, so
Pickle 0.
you go down to Harmony 6. You are closer to being a spirit by the day.
Mhm.
It's not particularly that bad.
Well, I'm currently being ridden by a spirit, so like.
So that's fine.
Oh.
However, your control period of time is now 5 minutes, or pardon me, 15. Yeah, 5 minutes instead of 1 minute.
Or.
You have to make rolls to maintain control when you are in Basso M.
Oh, okay. So I have more time.
You have more
to...
time.
Ah, nice.
I believe.
I am
that's-
expecting to have the lowest harmony by the end of this. By the way,
You'll probably hit the
I
middle.
think we're all expecting that.
thanks.
All
I
right.
know you all have faith in Kate.
As you lay on the roof,
Yeah.
you will catch your breath, making sure that everyone's okay, looking at the wicked scar on the side of Megan.
Damn it! I have a date tomorrow.
And as you're on top of the roof,
Stars are sexy.
Hopefully.
several black feathers will fall on you. And the Queen of Murder will perch on the edge of the building, looking in your direction. A deal is a deal. Ask your questions. And we're going to call game there for the night.
Good, because I can't think of any
Nice.
else.
Yes.
Yeah, was
I have
also
no
like,
idea.
don't know.
All right, so fantastic work, everybody. That first hit. So I can reveal some traits real quick. So the creature, Slumbering Thunder was a rank 4 spirit. Its power was 11. Its finesse was 12, meaning that it had 23 dice on any attack against you.
God.
Oh, actually, it had slightly less essence than that because it burned a lot of it with that last attack. Its defense was 11 because it takes the lower of its power or finesse. Abilities that it could have used against you were Blast, Regenerate, Firestarter, Awe, which would have been great if it had not been completely surprised. It could have hijacked any technology you had. It could have... it knows the best way to get the hell away from you, which didn't work. And basically, it had 20... Hold on, how many health levels did it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18...
Many.
It had 26 health levels.
Jeez.
Or 27, 28, something like that. And in the first round, you did over a third of its health levels in that single hit.
Yeah.
And then the next
The rote
hit,
action was fantastic.
yeah.
That was really useful.
So the next action did even more, and you almost took it out. Jesus.
Then I got a chance to heal.
I think that's what it had. Anyway, but basically, oh no, I'm undercounting. I had to cross that line out. That's what it was. But no, you did half of its health levels. It only had, I think it had 20 corpus. And had it not been able to heal, you guys would have taken it out at the end of the first round, probably, like at the end of after its first turn, which was ridiculous. You are never going to be this lucky again.
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful. Good job, everybody. I'm going to give you, at the end of game, you are going to get one beat for showing up, one beat for good role-playing, one beat for impressing me with leaning into your human lives and trying to maintain that, a beat for going against a big bad, and a beat for doing something that will probably come back to haunt you later.
Yeah. And I get a
So-
beat for defeating a spirit aspiration.
You'll also fulfill your destroyer because you completely destroyed this creature.
Yeah.
Is that only property?
I thought it meant to lasting like physical damage, so let me double check that.
I mean, it's lasting physical damage to that spirit.
So how many is that total?
That's so
It
you're
was
gonna
5.
you're gonna get a full
5?
experience for this session.
Cool.
Plus whatever you
Then-
gain through exceptionals.
My short terms were get in a fight and defeat a spirit.
You will gain
Yep.
1 for each.
Sweet.
You cannot use those same ones again for a while, though.
Okay.
I fulfilled an aspiration, which was exploit a spirit's bane.
Okay, done.
So for that, I'll figure out a new aspiration later.
All right.
Sure is on the. Okay. A character will recover a point of willpower when he causes significant lasting damage in pursuit of success. He
Okay,
recovers
so-
all willpower when he abandons himself to Karuth without exploring any other options. I did not abandon myself to Karuth.
So you'll gain a point of willpower back, I'll say.
Okay.
I'll allow that. Caitlin, Claire followed orders and did... Because you're soldier, right?
Yeah, soldier.
Ignore your own safety in favor of a leader's order. I'll give you a point of willpower for that.
Thanks.
You love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah. That's why I usually don't take the lead, but
Also your dice.
soldier. Also that.
Also dice.
Okay. Does anybody else have a blood or bone they feel that they fulfilled?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So, with that, does anybody else have an aspiration that they achieved?
Soon.
Soon? What is it?
I go on a date.
Oh, okay.
But I also had lose a fight, which we didn't.
Yeah.
Uh,
Start sucking.
Yeah, sorry.
You were trying real hard to lose that fight.
I was trying. My dice were trying real hard. I was
Yeah.
like pumping up, and then it was like, oh,
Nope.
oh.
Kelly,
Yes.
out of curiosity, if I were to wish to purchase a point of renown,
Yes.
do you think this
Cunning
fight
and-
would have...
What's your renown? What's your glory at right now?
My glory's at 2.
You could buy glory 3 from this fight.
Cool.
You could not buy glory 4 from this fight. You could buy glory up to 3, and you could probably buy cunning up to 3. This fight is not able to... You cannot purchase wisdom or honor from this fight.
Okay.
That's
That's unfortunate. I was hoping for wisdom, but that's okay.
Well, you could probably get... How much wisdom do you have?
None.
You could buy the first level for exploiting a spirit's ban and being wise enough to use that against them.
Excellent. I will take that.
There's no honor in this fight, though. You guys snuck attack
No.
and bitch beat this guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No. There's a
loves
gift.
This
There's
was
a gift I want the wisdom facet of. So
cool. All right, so I
Awesome.
think we're going to call it there for the night. Thank you so much for tuning in and for enjoying. We love running this game and having you guys comment. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and we will see you again in 2 weeks as, I guess, you go after the Sullivans.
Yeah. My
Yep,
next
that's-
aspiration: go aggro on Mark Sullivan's ass.
time to go aggro.
All right, we will see you in the next game.
I'm looking forward to the property damage.
Yeah. That poor house. Good night, everybody.
Feel the power of the wolf that lives in the woods, that comes to my back door from time to time, shaking